Hey racing fans, Jessica here, joined by trainer Jim Campbell, who has a couple of horses in our Hambletonian Oaks and Hambletonian eliminations. We'll get started right here in race 8. Miss Wallner Fashion raced really well prior to that break last time out. How is she coming into the race?
She had a really good week. I really don't blame her on the break. She was jammed up most of the way, and then she just tried to go too fast, too quick, but it was mostly because she was jammed up the whole way. But she had a good week, and looking for a good race from her tonight.
Hambletonian elimination race 9, Cool Papa Bell. We haven't seen him race here yet this year. Consistent on the New York circuit. Gets the rail to work with tonight.
Yeah, he's a nice, honest horse. He gives you everything he's got. We picked the New York races to get him started with, and he was really good his last start over at Yonkers, so hopefully that'll carry forward tonight.
Race 10, Fashion Schooner. Such a talented filly here. A sharp winner in the Del Miller last time out. How is she coming into tonight?
She's had a really good week. We've planned her starts out the way that we wanted to, and she's adapted well to it, and hopefully she continues the way she's been going.
One more to ask you about next level stuff in the Miss Versatility. Race 13. She's had a solid year, but she gets an outside post tonight.
Yeah, it's hard to say with those mares. She needs a trip, obviously. She hasn't gotten a decent trip in a couple starts, so you never know. It might work out tonight for her.
Best of luck.
Thanks, Jessica.
Per Engblom is a successful trainer from Sweden who has managed massive operations, including years with Hall of Famer Jimmy Takter. Engblom launched his own stable in 2019 and made his Hambletonian debut with his Dexter Cup winner, Osterch. Beads, a star of the Engblom barn, had a $250,000 sophomore season in 2020, winning the Muscle Hill in 151 and 2. Beads came back as a 4-year-old to pull a post-10 upset in the Hambletonian maturity. Per Engblom, the man with a proven roadmap for success in New Jersey. The greatest day in harness racing happens Saturday, August 6th at the Meadowlands racetrack. The top 3-year-old filly trotters and colt trotters compete to become champions in the $500,000 Hambletonian Oaks and the $1 million Hambletonian. Fans can enjoy the commemorative hat giveaway, live music by the Craig Saylor Project, carnival rides and games, food trucks, and much more. Doors open at 10 a.m. First race is 12 noon. Details at hambletonian.com.
Three-year-old filly trotters on track for the first Hambletonian Oaks elimination. Race 8. Number 1, Yanaba, Andrew McCarthy, Dan Daly, Anne-Marie Daly, Jared Daly, and Oleg Ivutin. Selfie Queen is number 2 with Jimmy Takter driving for Nancy Takter, Robert LeBlanc, David Anderson, and John Fielding. 3 is Venerable. It's Dave Miller for Nifty Norman, McDuffie, Hartman, Bordonia, and Arnold. Little Bit Alexis, number 4 with Brian Sears, Nifty Norman trains for Pinsky Stables, and David Hose. 5 is Manon. It's Dexter Dunn, Lucas Wallen trains for Harbor Racing Stable. Miss Wallner Fashion, number 6, Fashion Farms, Jules Siegel, Jim Campbell, Tim Tetrick in the bike. Bear My Soul, number 7, Yannick Gingras for Linda Toscano, Gutnick Pontone, Lozito Jr. in Viro Stables. 8, Graceland Hanover with Corey Callahan, John Boutenchain, the Lessees Harmony Oaks Racing Stable. First 5 advance to the $500,000 Hambletonian Oaks. For $40,000, this is the first elimination. Exacta, Trifecta, Superfecta, and Pick 3. Right now, 3 Venerable is a 3-5 choice on the board. The Hambo Winter Book favorite has regrouped with 3 straight sharp stakes efforts. The second to Joviality with a 25-4 in the Della Miller. Lands post 3 again for this marquee matchup. The 5 Manon at 2-1 won her first 5 this season before a close second to Fashion Schooner in the Della Miller. A 151-1 dead heat win before that. Major upside here for Lucas Wallen and Dexter Dunn. The 2 Selfie Queen right now 5-1, 151-2 performer as a 2-year-old when she won the Kentucky Championship Series final. Finished a solid third to Joviality in the Della Miller and draws inside again for Team Tactor. 3-5-2 here in race 8. Good luck.
Here we go, Dave Little. It's time to get to our major events here on the next to last Saturday of the championship meet here at the Big M. This is our first Hambletonian Oaks elimination. Here are the details, of course. The top 5 in the official order of finish will advance to next Saturday's $500,000 final. We will draw those final post positions on Tuesday afternoon at 3 o'clock down at Dr. Patty Hogan's Equine Clinic. You can watch that post position draw and the Hambletonian live through our Facebook page and our YouTube channel and things like that. Now, all windows and races and eliminations go through Venerable here. We talked about her on the pregame show. I think she is back to the form that we saw her earn $1 million last year, too.
Yeah, the Nifty Norman trainee got off, her season got off to a little bit of a rocky start when she broke stride in the New Jersey Sire Stakes final back in late May. Since then, she's been back on the beam. A very good third in the Reynolds, losing to Menon and Raised by Lindy, who finished in that terrific dead heat. Then his wide consolation victory was followed up by a 25-4 final sprint, coming up just short to Joviality. Venerable appears to be more than ready tonight for the assignment at hand, but can number 5 Menon rock the apple cart?
That's a good question, and it sure has been a dream season so far for trainer Lucas Wallen. Got to look up who the Harbor Racing Stable is out of Aurora, Ontario, Canada here. But you know what? It just goes to show you sometimes the light bulb does go on. Manon raced only once last year. Got a check, and finished third, hit the board. But it's been a completely different filly this year.
I mean, she started the year 5 for 5, and her lone loss was a speed at both ends, 3/4 length defeat at the hands of Fashion Schooner, who right now appears to be the one to beat in the Hambletonian Oaks. Menon shows us tonight if she is really for real at the upper echelon. Taking on Venerable tonight, we're going to find out a lot of answers to questions we all have.
We learned a little bit from trainer Nancy Tactor about number 2 Selfie Queen, and it seemed like, they've been tinkering with her equipment, trying a couple of different things. She spoke to Jessica earlier, and here's what she gave to Inside Harness. Excuse me, or this is Jimmy Tactor. Last start, it felt like the great Selfie is back. Need one more start to be in top form. As of now, just making the final is my goal with her.
And if that's the goal, I suspect that Jimmy is going to be very patient with her and get out of the gate and hopefully sit 3rd or 4th and get a good sprint out of her in the final 1/4 mile to tighten her up for next week. If Selfie Queen is all the way back by next week, we could have a minor upset brewing in the Hambletonian Oaks.
We just listened to Jim Campbell in the back paddock there with Jessica, and he gave us a good, solid, legitimate excuse for Miss Wallner Fashion going off stride last time. Hey, if you cover up that line, she fits right there with these.
Yeah, and she doesn't have the resume of certainly the 3 and the 5 in this spot, but we know that Miss Wallner Fashion, after a 2-year-old season that saw her win 5 out of 9 starts and bank over $250,000, she can play with this kind. She just has to bring her A game to do it.
A couple of long shots to the outside, but we'll give them their mention. They deserve it getting to this point. The 7 Bear My Soul. Yannick Gingras will take over for Scott Zeron, who's on the sidelines after an accident earlier this week. Hall of Fame trainer Linda Toscano here. Bear My Soul, first tough post test in a while, but she can show some speed.
Going to have to be a little bit lucky in here. And the thing of it is, Dave, I think that a lot of the horses in here are going to leave the gate with great energy to try to get good positioning. You have to be in the first 5, so you're going to have to beat 3 horses to the wire to assure yourself a spot behind the gate for the $500,000 final. And Bear My Soul is that kind of horse.
And while you were staring down at your program, we saw a really good aggressive score down there from Yannick, so maybe he's tipping his card that we'll see some early speed out of Bear My Soul. Last one, and I really want to see her make the final. Root for trainer John Bootenshane. Grace Lynn Hanover. She finally put it all together again, got over those braking issues. Come on, is she going to trot tonight?
Look, it's a good time to have your best line of the season, and Grace Lynn Hanover, after going off stride in 2 of her prior 3, put it all together in last in the Tompkins Jeers, winning first up by a neck in 52-3. she's going to have to do it from off the pace, and I think their goal, like the Tactor team, is to make the final.
Well, she certainly does look nice and relaxed out there with the assistance of our outrider, Pompeo Gomez. Corey Callahan has been her regular driver for just about her entire career. Let's see if they can overcome that post at the huge price. Now, you will have winner's circle reaction afterwards. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the top 5 in the official order of finish will advance to next Saturday's $500,000 Hambletonian Oaks final.
Trotting fillies heading to the gate. Final call for race 8. It's post time. Gate is moving here. Field of 8 3-year-old filly trotters for $40,000. The first elimination for the Hambletonian Oaks. The first 5 advance to the $500,000 final. 3-5 on 3, Venerable, the favorite. 9-5 on the 5, Manon. Those two vying for favoritism here. 7-1 action on the 2, Selfie Queen. Trotting fillies for the first elimination for the Hambletonian Oaks. Race 8, here they come. And the fillies are off into running. Miss Wallner fashions out fast. Bear My Soul blasting off with sharp speed with Yannick Gingras. She's already cleared the lead. Venerable was out sprinted early, and Selfie Queen on the inside is third now. So Manon ranges up fourth on the outside. Around the first turn, Yanaba got away in fifth. And then it's a little bit Alexis, followed by Miss Wallner Fashion. At the rear of the field is Graceland Hanover. A 2-wide tussle past the quarter. Here comes the big favorite, Venerable. Well, she's 4-5. 28, a soft opener for Venerable. And Dave Miller plants her up front to pave the way and control the pace. So Bear My Soul, early speed, secures the pocket spot. Looking to tighten in from third across the back stretch is Selfie Queen. And Jimmy Tactor tightens in with that one. It is Manon in that fourth position, followed by Yanaba, fifth on the inside. Then comes a little bit Alexis and Miss Wallner Fashion, and Graceland Hanover still last. Half 56 and 2:28 second quarter. So rating along nicely here is Venerable. It's Venerable in front. Perfect two-hole ride for Bear My Soul. Selfie Queen bides her time third as they round the far turn and head to three quarters. Dexter Dutton has Manon on the outside. Manon and Dexter Dutton now third and threatening. So Miss Wallner Fashion try to pick up that cover, second over in fifth. It's a shuffle for Yanaba on the inside, sixth. And then Miss Wallner Fashion on the outside. And going on a break there was Miss Wallner Fashion, and they turn for home. Venerable's got the stranglehold on it, 124 and 3. It's Venerable in front by a length and a half. Trying to squeeze through on the inside. Bear My Soul looks for the upset. And Manon is game first over on the outside, followed by Selfie Queen and Yanaba in deep stretch. It's still Venerable in front, and a firing line for second. Venerable takes it. Venerable, and then tight. Yanaba far outside there with Selfie Queen, followed by Bear My Soul and Manon. 152 and 4 for Venerable. Judges have posted number 3, Venerable, in 152 and 4 on the photo side. In the photo, number 1, Yanaba, was second at 65 to 1. 7, Bear My Soul, was third, and she was 38 to 1. And the 2, Selfie Queen, 4, 3, 1, 7, 2. Number 3, Venerable, a brown filly 3-year-old by Walner out of Jolene by Muscle Hill. Bred by the Maumee River Stables, Black Creek Farm, Indiana. Owned by David McDuffie, Delray Beach, Florida. Melvin Hartman of Ontario. Paul Berdonia, Fairlawn, New Jersey. Steve Arnold, Purchase, New York. Last year's winner, trainer Nifty Norman with Bella Bellini. Also won it with Be a Magician, the Horse of the Year, 2013. And Dave Miller, Hall of Famer in the sulky. Winner of the 2012 Oaks edition with Personal Style in upset fashion. Venerable scores her third win of 6 starts this season. Career victory number 12 for Venerable. 152 and 4 in the first Hambletonian Oaks elimination, and it's official. Once again, John Campbell, Hall of Famer, making the trophy presentation, along with Jason Settlemore. Mr. Jason Settlemore, our Chief Operating Officer and General Manager. John Campbell, President of the Hambletonian Society Breeders' Crown. Trophy presentation to the winning connections of Venerable, the Millionaire filly from the great first crop of Walner. Pays $380, $260, $220. The 1, Yanaba, $27, $12.40. And the 7, Bear My Soul, $10. A 3-1 exacta, $118.60. A 3-1-7 trifecta, $1,218.40. Congratulations to the winning caretaker of Venerable, Delmar Alas. Delmar Alas. Great job. Post time is set for race 9, 9:40. First Hambletonian elimination for $100,000. Exacta, trifecta, dime, superfecta, 20-cent late pick 6. And again, we have a carryover in the late pick 6 of $7,106.77. Pick 6 carryover. And in race 14, the one late mail, Akas Fonstead drives, scratch 5, our Major Dan, sick in race 14. Dave Little standing by with the winning connections. As the pick 3 payoff is 770, Dime Superfecta 311.86. Remaining payoffs will cycle. We've got a pick 6 payoff of 47.88. There you go. Sharp speed with Yannick Gingras. She's already cleared the lead. Venerable was outsprinted early, and Selfie Queen on the inside is third now. So
Welcome to the Winner's Circle, everybody. Dave Little with you. Dave McDuffie here. Nifty Norman there. I'll start with you, Dave. Last year, Bella Bellini, you had sole ownership of this one, of that one, but Venerable now with a couple of partners. Doesn't feel any different, do you? Does it?
No, not at all. In fact, I enjoy my partners as much as anybody can. They're great guys.
Now, last year, Venerable won over $1 million. Who was instrumental in picking the horse out?
Venable?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure Nifty'd like to say he did it, but I pushed him towards it.
Right.
No, we're a team.
How great would it be for to win a second straight Hamiltonian Oaks?
Oh boy, a couple of extra drinks, I think.
A couple of extra drinks. All right, well, maybe I'll be in on that too.
Okay, I'll buy it.
I'm going to turn our attention to Nifty Norman. Nifty, Venerable started the season. There were a couple of bumps in the road. Why has she been so good lately, and why did she get off to that slow start?
I couldn't answer that. I mean, it was just things you go through, the little process there. I don't really know why she made that break that time, but it wasn't physical. I think it was just in her head, and each start since then has been a little better, and you could just see in her form that she's been getting stronger and better all the time, and I think we're in good shape.
When you saw the fractions light up, you go in 28s, basically around the track. I suppose you were pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, no harm in that. And after having a week off, I think she'll be better next week. So I'm pretty happy with the way things are working out.
Yeah, that's the question I was going to ask you next. Off that most recent effort, second to Joviality, sprinting home in 25-4. It seemed like she was pretty ready to go tonight.
Yeah, that was a good run that night. Against a very good horse. And then I think the week off did her good. And I think she kind of likes to be a little bit fresh anyway, so this is turning out to be a pretty good routine.
Is she the kind of horse, deep stretch, Yanaba's closing in and Bear My Soul is closing in. Is she the type of horse when other horses come to join her, she kind of digs in a little bit harder?
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen that a lot down by the wire. She'll give you a little bit extra. I was a little bit concerned because she seemed a little sleepy there, but I saw her prick her ears about 100 yards off the wire, and I thought, well, that's okay. She knows what she's doing.
So you're pretty optimistic about your chances for next week, I suspect.
Well, it's a big relief to be in. You avoid getting a bad draw, all those things. So I'll probably sleep better tonight than I did last night.
Last question. It's obviously important drawing post positions 1 through 5 as the winner. So winning the eliminations now really do have a lot more meaning, don't they?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. The draw is also enormous. You got to draw good.
All right, there you have it. Nifty Norman, Dave McDuffie, Venerable win Hamiltonian Oaks elimination number 1 on this fabulous Saturday night here at the Meadowlands.
Second over in fifth. It's a shuffle for Yanaba on the inside, sixth. And then Miss Wallner Fashion on the outside. And going on a break there was Miss Wallner Fashion, and they turn for home. Venerable's got the stranglehold on it, 124-3. And the fillies are off into running. Miss Wallner Fashion's up fast. Bear My Soul blasting off with sharp speed with Yannick Gingras. She's already cleared the lead. Venerable was out sprinted early, and Selfie Queen on the inside is third now. So Manon ranges up fourth on the outside. Around the first turn, Yanaba got away in fifth. And then it's a little bit Alexis, followed by Miss Wallner Fashion. At the rear of the field is Grace Lynn Hanover. A two-wide tussle past the quarter. Here comes the big favorite, Venerable. Well, she's 4-5. 28, a soft opener for Venerable, and Dave Miller plants her up front to pave the way and control the pace. So Bear My Soul, early speed, secures the pocket spot. Looking to tighten in from third across the back stretch is Selfie Queen, and Jimmy Tactor tightens in with that one. It is Manon in that fourth position, followed by Yanaba, fifth on the inside. Then comes a little bit Alexis and Miss Wallner Fashion, and Graceland Hanover still last. Have 56 and 2, 28-2 second quarter. So rating along nicely here is Venerable. It's Venerable in front. Perfect two-hole ride for Bear My Soul. Selfie Queen bides her time third as they round the far turn and head to three quarters. Dexter Dutton has Manon on the outside. Manon and Dexter Dutton now third and threatening. So Miss Wallner Fashion trying to pick up that cover, second over in fifth. It's a shuffle for Yanaba on the inside, 6th. And then Miss Wallner Fashion on the outside. And going on a break there was Miss Wallner Fashion, and they turn for home. Venerable's got the stranglehold on it, 124 and 3. It's Venerable in front by a length and a half. Trying to squeeze through on the inside. Bear My Soul looks for the upset. And Manoa's game first over on the outside, followed by Selfie Queen and Yanaba in deep stretch. It's still Venerable in front and a firing line for second. Venerable takes it. Venerable! And then tight. Yanaba far outside there with Selfie Queen, followed by Bear My Soul and Mano. 152 and 4 for Venerable. Yanaba was second, Selfie Queen fourth, Venerable was the winner. Little Bit Alexis sixth, Manon was fifth. Miss Wallner Fashion eighth, Bear My Soul third, Gracelyn Hanover seventh. 2-4-1, 6-5-8, 3-7, 152 and 4/5.
Edis Natter up here in the press box to discuss tonight's Pick 6 sequence. It starts right here in race number 9, races 9 through 14, and we have a $7,107 carryover that remains from last night's carryover. So I will go on and give a $28.80 ticket here for the sequence. For me, we'll kick it off here with the Hamiltonian first elimination. We'll end up 3 deep here using the 3 fast as the win, the 7 curriculum, and the 8 rebuff. I think all 3 with chances here in that first elimination. As we flip quickly to race number 10, we'll just go 2 deep there using the 1 and the 4. It's a Fashion Schooner and Raised by Lindy, the 2 for me here. In race 11, that's that second Hamiltonian elimination. And, you know, Joviality, super impressive filly. I definitely think she's got a huge chance next week, but I'm a little leery over here in an elimination from post 10. So I'll throw 2 others in there as well, Temporal Hanover as well as Slay. In race 12, hopefully we're still alive into the back half of that sequence. We'll go 2 deep there using the 2 Max Contract and the 6 Treacherous Dragon. Max Contract, an impressive 16-1 upset winner in a stakes event a couple weeks ago. Treacherous Dragon, the logical defeated favorite in that spot. Race 13, 2 deep as well, Miss Versatility. Atlanta, inside post draw, might be able to rebound here, but Bella Bellini, of course, has certainly been the one to beat here lately. And finally, if we're live in the 14th and final 2 deep there as well, Atomic Blast End and Tuxedo Bay, the 2 that I'll look to in the 14th and final. So $28.80 play for me. Pick 6 carryover over $7,100 in as they step onto the track for the 9th, the first Hamiltonian elimination.
Three-year-old trotters on the track, race 9. The first elimination for the $1 million Hambletonian. Number 1 is Cool Papa Bell, with Brian Sears driving for Jim Campbell and Run the Table Stables. Looks Like Money. Number 2, Dave Miller for Nancy Tector, Brittany Farms, Marvin Katz, and Al Lipfeld. Fast as the Wind. Number 3, the Good Times winner, Dexter Dunn, Tony Alagna, LeBlanc and Cribbs, Joe Sabraco, John Schmucker, and Federa Barbera Frank. Branded by Lindy, the 4, Yannick Gingras, Domenico Cecere, and Lindy Farms of Connecticut. 5 is Justice with Akis Fonstead, trains, drives, co-owns with Jeff Gorell's Little E, Torbjorn Swan, and MyFab. Molotov Cocktail, number 6 with Todd McCarthy, trained by Linda Toscano for Richard Gutnick, Tom Pontone, and Gary Coco. The 7 is Periculum with Matthias Melander. For Marcus Melander, Holly Lane Stud East, Brixton Medical, and Howard Taylor. Number 8, Rebuff. Tim Tetrick, Lucas Wallen trains for Shell Magna Anderson, Lucas Wallen, and Peter Dellis. There's No Limit. Number 9, Orhan Kilstrom drives for Marcus Melander and Stall TZ Incorporated. The 10 is Pretender with Andrew McCarthy for Nancy Tactor, owned by Caviard Farms, John Fielding, Herb Liverman, and Joyce McClelland. There's the field of 10 3-year-old trotters. First elimination. First 5 advance to the final for $1 million. This elimination for $100,000. It starts the late pick 6. And again, the carryover is $7,106.77. 8, Rebuff here at 1 to 5. The number 1 ranked Hambo horse unleashed an eye-catching rally in his 3-year-old debut. Then he reeled off a track record equaling 149-4 in the Dancer. Post 8, no picnic here, but he's just starting to hit on all cylinders for Lucas Wallen. 4, Branded by Lindy at 16 to 1. He held the number 1 spot in the Hamble Top 10 for the first 3 weeks. Now he's at number 4. He got locked in the Empire Breeders' Classic. Early miscue in the Zwag. Tough trip in the Dancer. Now he draws well to make a serious statement. And the 7, Periculum. He is 28 to 1. Currently rated 7th in the Hamble Top 10. He looms large in the Team Melander backup battalion. He just missed a stablemate Temporal Hanover in the Zwag. And we're still buzzing from that huge 3rd from post 10 in the New Jersey Sire Stakes final. It's an 8-4-7. Good luck.
All right, Dave Little, here we go. Hambletonian elimination number 1. This is the 97th year it will be raced for that purse of $1 million next Saturday afternoon into early evening. Each of these 2 eliminations, $100,000 on the line. You must finish 1st through 5th. Quick comment, though, on Venerable. Boy, that was a nice walk in the park for her.
It really was. And, like I mentioned with Nifty Norman, when you go 428s, you're going to have a nice time of it on the front end. And Venerable looked very good on the front end. She's going to have to bring a little bit more next week. As Nifty alluded to when I asked him, when the horses started to close in deep stretch, she dug down deep for a little bit more. And she's going to need everything she has to take the Oaks next week.
Yes, she will. And she will have to earn it, as they all do. Yes, nice bounce-back effort from Yanaba there. Happy to see Dan Daly in the Hamiltonian Oaks, too. So on to the Colts we go. Let's begin with there he is. He's the 1 to 5 shot right now, Rebuff. You heard me told you earlier that because we have our stage outside tonight, I got to watch a lot of these horses warm up, Colts and Fillies, and it was a 10 out of 10 warm up. I can't believe how good he looked.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that, obviously for my Battle of the Masterminds, but more importantly for the connections of Rebuff. It's great to see that this son of Muscle Hill, it really comes into the race in great shape. As I alluded to in the pregame, Lucas Wallen told me that they really didn't need a lot of preparation for this horse and that he was going to be ready at the get-go. And his win in the Reynolds really impressed you and me, I know. And then he came back with that 49-4 victory in the Stanley Dancer. And the reason why I'm looking forward to seeing Rebuff win tonight in the event that he does, and if he does so impressively, it sets up a real battle royale in the event that Joviality does good work later. Rebuff versus Joviality, how's that for a battle of the sexes?
Well, anytime we talk Hambletonian, we need to pay homage to the first family of the Hambletonian. I would call them the Antonacci family. They go by the name of Lindy Farms, and they have 2 excellent homebreds in the action tonight, 1 colt, 1 filly. Here's the colt, branded by Lindy. Thank God we heard from Yannick Gingras earlier. We got a little bit of reasons why he made that one mistake, and we got the word from trainer Domenico Cecere that he trained great this week.
There was a sheen of invincibility last year while branded by Lindy was going 8 of 11 and earning over $230,000. That hasn't been present thus far this season, but branded by Lindy has put together a solid campaign, was a pretty good 3rd when Slay snuck up the inside to win a division of the Dancer last week, and branded by Lindy I think is going to be forwardly placed in here, and I think Yannick Gingras will gladly yield to the 8 if that one wants the front, because that's going to ensure, as long as he stays flat, that he's going to have a spot behind the gate for big money next week.
One of the wild cards in here might be considered Justice, number 5 for Oka Svanstead. He won last year's Hambletonian, of course, with Captain Corey. I don't know what happened at Yonkers, but I'm a little more concerned that he didn't have a follow follow-up start. He hasn't raced in a long time.
No, but I never worry about that with the Sponstead stable because I spoke with Oka before Ecurie D's 149 and 1 mile in the Cutler, and Oka never worries about the fact that horses are off for an extended amount of time because when he does workouts with these horses, he really pushes them very hard. So I'm expecting a big effort from Justice tonight, and I'm a little bit interested to see. I think that he can have a really big effort in here simply because I think from the 8 hole at Yonkers when he went off stride top of the stretch, that obviously was not the real Justice. Tonight, on the big track from the 5 hole, he's going to have every opportunity to get the spot that he wants around the first turn.
I've been very impressed by Periculum from the brothers Melander here, Marcus and Matthias here. He hasn't had his moment in the sun yet, and he's had a lot of tough trips, but he never stops trying hard.
He is, and Periculum is a horse who I think does his best work as the pursuer rather than the pursued, and that's pretty obvious based on his lines this year. So you might not be impressed by his 1 out of 6 wins, but he's always in the hunt, and always in the hunt means that Matthias Melander and Periculum are going to look for a spot, maybe pick up some cover, definitely try to get a spot in the final, because after all, in a 10-horse field, there's 5 of them you got to beat to get a spot.
Speaking of in the hunt, that's where number 1 Cool Papa Bell should be. We know Brian Sears excels in situations like this, and by design, they started this horse's season as a 3-year-old in New York. Some success, 1 mistake up at Vernon. If you cover that up, he fits with these 2.
You know, if you want to bet on number 1 Cool Papa Bell, you have every right to be confident in trainer Jim Campbell. For me, I'd like to see a recent Meadowlands line on his card, but I know from last year that Cool Papa Bell can fire away from the gate, and from the rail, if he protects position, he should be close when they turn for home.
All right, here we go. 10 horses, 10 colts and geldings on the trot here to try and make the Hambletonian final. We'll send things up to Ken Workington.
It's post time. As they head to the gate, the 3-year-old trotters are lining up, a field of 10. It's the first elimination for the $1 million Hambletonian for $100,000. A 1-5 favorite, 8 rebuff, 2 for 2 this season. Rebuff with Tim Tetrick at 1-5. At 7-1, the 3 fast as the wind with Dexter Dunn. And the others in double figures here for race 9. Hambletonian elimination number 1. And it starts the late pick 6. Here they come. They're off and trotting. Fast as the wind's out fast. A Periculum left well from the far outside with the rebuff. From the inside, looks like money with early speed and cutting the corners. Cool Papa Bell, they're 4 wide around the first turn. Fast as the wind looks to take the lead. Periculum on the outside coming on, and on the rail looks like money seizes control early. Cool Papa Bell 4th on the inside. Rebuff is going up 5th on the outside. Then it's branded by Lindy 6th. The Justice is 7th on the rail. Further back we have There's No Limit off the turn, followed by Molotov Cocktail, and the trailer is Pretender. First quarter was 27-4, and they duel across the backstretch. Now Fast as the Wind wrestles control. It's Fast as the Wind takes it away from Long Shot, looks like money. Rebuff, the big favorite, on the move up from 4th. Now 3rd and gaining past to have Periculum 4th on the inside. Cool Papa Bell is gapped in 5th. From the inside, Justice is 6th. Jammed up there was branded by Lindy 7th. Molotov Cocktail 8th on the inside. Then it's There's No Limit and Pretender. Half was 56 and 2 onto the far turn. Rebuff in front. It's Rebuff, the one to knock off. Fast as the Wind on the inside. 2nd, Periculum is 1st over and driving. From the inside, looks like money needs racing room. Cool Papa Bell gaps his cover, has stalled. No racing room for Justice on the inside. Branded by Lindy comes 3 deep around the staller. 124 into the end of the stretch. It is still Rebuff. Rebuff by 2 under some urging. Rebuff Fast as the Wind angles out to take a late shot on the outside. Periculum is full out 3rd. Between horses, Cool Papa Bell. But it's Rebuff doing enough. Going 3 for 3 this season. Rebuff wrapped up. Rebuff. Then Fast as the Wind. Cool Papa Bell. Periculum. Maybe looks like money. 5th. 152 and 2. Number 8, Rebuff, posted by the judges as the unofficial winner. 3, Fast as the Wind, second. 1, Cool Papa Bell was third. 8-3-1, and the photo sign, 152-2. Number 7, Periculum, was fourth, 8-3-1-7. Fresh off his track record equaling performance in the Stanley Dancer Memorial, Rebuff comes right back to go 3 for 3 this season. His 6th consecutive victory. He finished off his freshman season in stellar fashion, 3 in a row, winning the Breeders' Crown Final over a sloppy track here. 149 and 4 last, 152 and 2, an effortless elimination here from post 8. Rebuff is a 3-year-old based son of the Hambletonian record setter, 150 and 1, Muscle Hill, out of Moochie Madness by Yankee Glide, bred by Steve Stewart, Kentucky, Michael Andrew of Maine, owned by Shell Magna Anderson, Lucas Wallen, New Egypt, New Jersey, a rising star trainer, co-owner along with Peter Dellis of Norway, and Hall of Fame driver Tim Tetrick, who was a runner-up last year with Spy Booth to Captain Corey, and won, of course, with the Market Share back in 2012. Looks for his second Hambletonian. Rebuff, third win in his third start this season, 7th career victory, 152 and 2 tonight, final quarter 28. Again, making the trophy presentation, Jason Settlemore, our Chief Operating Officer, General Manager, and Hall of Famer John Campbell, the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Hambletonian Society. It's official. 8 Rebuff, 240, 210, and 210. 3 Fast as the Wind, $4 and $2.80. And the 1 Cool Papa Bell, $3.80. 8-3 Exacta, $9.80. 8-3-1 Trifecta, $59.80. So Rebuff sets the tone here in the first Hambletonian elimination with Tim Tetrick and trainer Lucas Wallen. Dave Brower standing by to get that winner's circle reaction here from race 9. Post time for the upcoming 10th race is 10:04. The second Hambletonian Oaks elimination tonight for $40,000. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, pick 3 on race 10. The dime superfecta here, 1848.
Welcome everybody to the winner's circle here. Our first Hambletonian elimination is now in the books, and the favorite has gotten the job done. That would be Rebuff at odds of 1 to 5. Always a pleasure to talk to young and upcoming trainer. Pretty soon we're going to call you, Hall of Fame trainer at some point. Lucas Wallen, who has had a dream ride associated with this horse. Remember that rotten, rainy Crown night last year when you were standing over there in that winner's circle?
Yeah, that's a night I will never forget.
Can you promise us that we won't have any conditions like that next Saturday?
I'm pretty sure it cannot be so much worse, at least.
All right, Rebuff, an excellent 2-year-old. Now listen, this was only his 3rd start of the year, so I want you to take me through the plan when you were mapping out his campaign to lead up to the Hambletonian.
Yeah, we said we raced plenty of times as a 2-year-old, and he's a nice size horse, and pretty light and good gated. So we figured he probably don't need so many starts before we can get him in shape. And so far the plan have been working out pretty perfect.
In his first start, he rallied from off the pace. Did you and Tim have some discussions about how you wanted to teach him to get ready for this kind of a special event?
Tim have done a tremendous job with him. So we usually don't talk about tactics or anything. I leave it up to him, and then we can chit chat a little bit. So before the Stanley Dancer, we said if we have a chance, we would like to try him in the lead. So we have tried that before the Hambo elimination, but otherwise he do whatever he wants.
Can you tell me about his warm-up tonight? Because we're outside, I got to see it. I don't think I've ever seen a horse warm up better than he did tonight.
No, he actually warmed up really good. The track is really good tonight. Probably 2 weeks ago the track was probably a little faster, but for the horses it's pretty perfect today, I think. So he warmed up very good.
Give us an idea of what his week will be like leading up to next Saturday.
It's too late to do any changes in the training or so. So he's gonna jog 3-4 times, and then we're gonna train him very light on Wednesday. It's just a very light mile.
And congratulations too, your filly Manon got into the Oaks as well. You think you can improve her performance for the final?
Yeah, I think so. She still have stay in cottons and race with open bridle and shoes and so on. And first up, Dexter didn't have really many shows except to go first up. But I don't think first up is so good for her. So hopefully it works out better next week.
Congratulations and best of luck next week, sir.
Thank you very much.
There you have it. Rebuff has gotten the job done. Hambo elimination number 1, winning for the 7th time in his career. Tonight's time, 152 and 2.
Between horses, Cool Pop and 2 onto the far turn. Rebuff in front. It's Rebuff, the one to knock off. Fast as the wind on the inside. Second, Periculum is first over and driving. From the inside. They're off and trotting. Fast as the wind's out fast. Periculum left well from the far outside with the Rebuff. From the inside, looks like money with early speed and cutting the corners. Cool Papa Bell, they're 4 wide around the first turn. Fast as the wind looks to take the lead. Periculum on the outside coming on, and on the rail looks like money seizes control early. Cool Papa Bell 4th on the inside. Rebuff is going up 5th on the outside. Then it's branded by Lindy 6th. The Justice is 7th on the rail. Further back we have There's No Limit off the turn, followed by Molotov Cocktail, and the trailer is Pretender. First quarter was 27 and 4, and they duel across the backstretch. Now Fast as the Wind wrestles control. It's Fast as the Wind takes it away from Long Shot, looks like money. Rebuff, the big favorite, on the move up from 4th. Now 3rd and gaining past to have Periculum 4th on the inside. Cool Papa Bell is gapped in 5th. From the inside, Justice is 6th. Jammed up there was branded by Lindy 7th. Molotov Cocktail 8th on the inside. Then it's There's No Limit and Pretender. Half was 56 and 2 onto the far turn. Rebuff in front. It's Rebuff, the one to knock off. Fast as the Wind on the inside. Second, Periculum is first over and driving. From the inside, Looks Like Money needs racing room. Cool Papa Bell gaps his cover, has stalled. No racing room for Justice on the inside. Branded by Lindy comes 3 deep around the staller. 124 into the stretch. It is still Rebuff. Rebuff by 2 under some urging. Rebuff Fast as the Wind angles out to take a late shot on the outside. Periculum is full out third. Between horses, Cool Papa Bell. But it's Rebuff doing enough. Going 3 for 3 this season. Rebuff wrapped up. Rebuff. Then Fast as the Wind. Cool Papa Bell. Periculum. Maybe Looks Like Money fifth. 152 and 2. Cool Papa Bell was third, Looks Like Money fifth. Fast as the Wind second. Branded by Lindy 10th, Justice 6th. Molotov Cocktail was 9th, Periculum 4th. Rebuff the winner. There's No Limit 8th, Pretender 7th. Rechecking 3, 5, 2, 10, 6, 9, 4, 187, 152 and 2. Three-year-old filly trotters for the second Hambletonian Oaks elimination. Race 10. Number 1 is Fashion Schooner. Tim Tetrick drives for Jim Campbell and Fashion Farms. 2 is Pink Coco Chanel with Dexter Dunn. Tony Alanya trains for Crawford Farms Racing. 3, Mon Cheval. It's Andrew McCarthy driving for Nancy Tactor and Solvay's Racing Partners. Raised by Lindy, number 4 with Yannick Gingras for Domenico Cecere and Lindy Farms of Connecticut. Number 5, Delilah Hanover. Todd McCarthy drives for Nifty Norman, owned by McDuffie, Hartman, Bordonia, and Kinsey Arnold. 6 is Baptism. Akas Fonstead trains and drives for Diamond Creek Racing, Crossover Racing. 7, Peyton Hanover with Brian Sears. For Marcus Melander, Jeff Snyder, 4 Friends Racing Stable. And number 8, Warwee Xenia with Bob McClure. For Mark Stacey, David McDonald, Dale Larson, and Diane Bertrand. Field of 8, the top 5 advance to the Hambletonian Oaks final for $500,000. Exacta, Trifecta, Superfecta, and Pick 3. Please note Yannick Gingras, the driver of the 4 raised by Lindy, wearing the Lindy colors. And Aki Svanstead, the driver 6 Baptism with the Diamond Creek colors. 1 Fashion Schooner, 1-5, the brilliant Fashion Farms Walner filly, whose dam won the 2009 Oaks. Superb season so far, winning the New Jersey Sire Stakes final. Just missed with a furious rally in the Reynolds, and fresh off a new mark in the Del Miller of 150-1. The 5, Delilah Hanover's 14-1. Picture of consistency for Nifty Norman, who is going for his 4th Oaks. Seems to be sharpening her sword at the right time. That was a big rally to be second to Jiggy Jog in the Zwag, and finished a solid 3rd to Fashion Schooner. The 4 raised by Lindy, 15-1. Was ranked among the boys in the early editions of the Hamble Top 10 this season. Held for a dead heat in the Reynolds, a win dead heat, then faded to 5th in the Del Miller. So sending out some mixed signals. We'll have to see if she can rebound here with Yannick Gingras. 1/5-4 is the call here in race 10. Good luck.
All right, Dave, little couple more eliminations to go as the suspense gets a little bit thicker there, but quick comment on Rebuff, I guess, as advertised.
Really remarkable when you consider that things didn't go all that smoothly with everybody shuffling and trying to go for the lead. But Tim Tetrick knew what he had. He went to the rail for a little bit around that first turn down the backside. Then he was back out. He didn't make the lead until after the half, but then once he did, it was good night, Irene. Rebuff, very much contender, big time in the Hamiltonian for next week.
Yeah, based on what happens in our second elimination coming up in just about a half an hour, we'll begin to form our opinions, I guess is the best way to say that. There's Tim Tetrick, though. We know he's going to have a good day next Saturday, usually no matter what happens. Fashion Schooner here. Love the fact that she drew the rail. I know you hear me say sometimes that's a tricky post for a horse. Not her.
I don't think it's going to be a tricky post for her at all, Dave, because Tim has the luxury of looking over and seeing if anybody else is leaving. If he wants to, if he opts to, yield to 1 or 2 of them around the first turn, that's going to be just fine because Fashion Schooner has more than enough of a burst of energy to make the lead before the half-mile marker. It looks easy on paper, and you know that they're all gunning. You know that they want to make, get that ideal post position 1 through 5 for being the elimination winner. But Fashion Schooner is going to be awfully tough to get around in here.
All right, just got a text from Ken. Tonight's mastermind winner, make sure you get down to guest services, Susan Welsh. So, Susan, if you can hear me, go find guest services at our entrance at the beginning of the building and pick up your prize for correctly being drawn out of the mastermind's hat tonight. Now, amongst the rest of the fillies here, let's go to the one that you gave a good shot to complete a nice exacta. That would be number 3, Mon Cheval. And it sounded like Nancy Tactor said she needed that last race and she expects improvement.
And I think that she's had a pretty solid Mon Cheval's had a very solid season. I mean, you throw out that 11-hole 5th place finish to Baptism in the Reynolds, and Mon Cheval has really been solid in just about every start this year. Her most recent win at the Meadowlands was in 152, a very determined effort where she held sway to the wire in a 28-1 kicker. Jimmy Tactor was driving that day. Annie McCarthy will be in the bike tonight. Mon Cheval is certainly going to be leaving the gate to get a good spot, and you know that Nancy Tactor is going to have her hitting on all cylinders for next week.
A little bit of a wild card, maybe number 6, Baptism for Team Svanstead. Here's what Oka told Inside Harness. Very honest filly who always does her best, feeling good coming into this race. I'll buy that.
I mean, if you're somebody who comes to the track and doesn't want to put your $20 on a 2-5 shot, Baptism might be the way you want to go. Right now, up on the big board at 8-1, Baptism had won 4 races in a row before a 3rd place finish to Jiggy Jog S in the Zwag up at Vernon Downs, and that was a tough effort, sitting a pocket, coming out at 3/4, actually getting the lead at the top of the stretch before being outgamed to the wire. Oka has Baptism hitting on all cylinders, and tonight could be a very good night for that one.
Bred and co-owned by the Diamond Creek Farm, along with that fractional ownership group, Crossover Racing. So I think we had a couple of them stop by to wish them a little bit of luck. Hey, the wild card in here, Dave, number 8, Warrawee. How do we evaluate her form from up in Canada?
I'm not really sure because Warrawee has been beating conditioned foes up at Woodbine Mohawk Park, but you certainly can't complain about this form. After finishing second in her seasonal debut, she's run off a half dozen wins in a row. They all look like the easy fashion, so Warrawee is accustomed to doing good things, and I think Bob McClure might have enough of the engine here to go first up and get a big piece of the pie.
One thing we haven't touched on yet is that Lasix is not allowed and permitted in the Hambletonian, the elims or the final. Warrawee is a regular Lasix user. We'll see if she can overcome that little bit of a thing. Last one to talk about, Raised by Lindy here. You heard Yannick say that she tied up in her most recent start. Well, that would explain a couple of things.
It would, and Raised by Lindy was impressive in the start prior, leading until getting gunned down on the wire by Menon in the Reynolds for a dead heat in a lifetime best 151-1. Obviously, there were some legitimate excuses in most recent, so Raised by Lindy would have to raise her effort tonight for Domenico Cecere. You know that he did everything that he could to have her hitting on all cylinders tonight.
All right, Dave, that's enough of us. The Phillies are in behind the gate. Here is Ken Workington with the second elimination of the Hambletonian Oaks.
It's post time for race 10. 3-year-old Philly Trotters lining up here for $40,000 second. Hambletonian Oaks elimination. Top 5 advance to the final. Field of 8. Odds on choice here. 1. Fashion Schooner. 1-2 on the board. 9-2 on the 8. Warwi Xenia. And she's shooting for 7 consecutive wins, invading from Mohawk. And here they come for race 10. Phillies are off and trotting. Mo Cheval's out fast with Raised by Lindy between them and Baptism on the outside. It's those 3 across the track. Fashion Schooner, the big favorite, gets out sprinted and cuts the corner into the first turn. Pink Coco Chanel into the top 5. She's going to settle in front of Delilah Hanover. Then it's Warwi Xenia to the outside, and she moves up and around Peyton Hanover, the early trailer. Up front, Mo Cheval and Andrew McCarthy, stalked early by Raised by Lindy, looks to be an anxious second. 27-1 off that turn. Fashion Schooner, the favorite, is third across the backstretch. Baptism gaps in fourth. Pink Coco Chanel fifth on the inside, followed by Delilah Hanover. Then a gap of 3 lengths to Warwi Xenia. And the trailer is still Peyton Hanover, a long way from the lead here. And now making that move to the front is Fashion Schooner and Tim Tetrick at 1-5. Fashion Schooner strides up, takes the lead off a half, and it's 56 seconds. Soft pace here. Fashion Schooner in front now. Mo Cheval, the early leader, back in the second spot. Raised by Lindy, third on the inside around the turn. Baptism saves ground fourth. Now a late move from Pink Coco Chanel. She's fourth and gaining ground. Delilah Hanover to track her to the outside. Then it's 3, 4 more to Warwi Xenia, not keeping pace, and Peyton Hanover to her outside. Fashion Schooner in front. Fashion Schooner solid by 2. Mo Cheval on the inside second, and Pink Coco Chanel 124-2 into the stretch drive. Fashion Schooner is the one to catch. It's Fashion Schooner. Pink Coco Chanel on the outside, pouring it on. Relentless rally from her. Mo Cheval on the inside, but it's Pink Coco Chanel appears to be toying with them. Now Warwi Xenia flying late from nowhere. Warwi Xenia, what a rally, unbelievable. Then Fashion Schooner in close. Mo Cheval or Pink Coco Chanel, and a photo 152-2. Warwi Xenia. Wow! Judges have posted 8. Warwi Xenia, 152-2 in the 1. Fashion Schooner second, 8-1 and a photo. Number 2, Pink Coco Chanel posted third. 3, Mo Cheval fourth. 8-1-2-3. We've seen Bob McClure light it up here in the past. Of course, the biggest 2019 in the Hambletonian with Forbidden Trade. But what an amazing rally here from the Woodbine at Mohawk Park invader Warwi Xenia, a 3-year-old bay filly by Walner out of Endless Flirt by Andover Hall, bred in Ontario by Warwi Farm, co-owned by the trainer Mark Stacey of Ontario, David McDonald, Dale Larson, Kansas City, Michigan, Diane Bertrand of Alberta, and Bob McClure in the sulky. And we have a judge's inquiry. This is a general inquiry where a horse made a break in the stretch. Continue to hold on to all tickets. General inquiry. Judges are looking at the stretch run of race 10. So back to Warwi Xenia. Was shipped here with 6 consecutive wins, and that's 7 in a row. She's won 7 of 8 this season. She has blossomed this season with her 8th career victory, 152-2, and that's a new mark, new lifetime mark for Warwi Xenia. One of the biggest rallies we've seen in a long, long time here. She came from out of nowhere after losing ground and basically last on the final turn. Once again, John Campbell, Hall of Fame President of the Hambletonian Society, and Jason Settlemore, Chief Operating Officer, General Manager of Meadowlands Racing and Entertainment, with the trophy presentation. To the winning connections, Bob McClure, Warwi Xenia, 152-2 in the second Hambletonian Oaks elimination. Bob, where did you come from? Inquiry continues. Amazing rally here from Warwi Xenia, and Dave Little is in the winner's circle to get some reaction here to figure out where he came from. I believe he was last midway on the final turn. And up in time here in 152-2 for the 7-1 upset.
The speed was there, and you know, we raced this horse right. She started in numbers at 2. She got really confident. Bob has done a fantastic job with this filly, taking his time every race with her, and patience, even today. And you know, she was trotting home in 27 seconds every week up there, and doing it with the earplugs in all the time.
So why this path, though? Why didn't you raise the bar, if you will, and face stronger stock before coming into tonight?
Well, she didn't make any money last year, so it was pretty tough to pay some of them early stake payments. But we, you know, like I said, we thought we had a nice filly, but we're gearing up for the last half of the season.
So what are you going to do this week with her? Now she's going to go for an 8th straight win next week in the Hambletonian Oaks for $500,000. Are you going to change anything? What are you going to do?
No, pretty much all the same. Just make sure she's healthy, and she'll stay down the week, and hopefully she has a good week this week.
All right, Mark, thanks very much. Let's turn over attention to Bob McClure, already a Hambletonian champion, and now you're looking for a Hambletonian and a Hambletonian Oaks. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's an exciting feeling. Looking forward to it for sure.
Now, tonight, you and I were talking just before we went on. I think you were gapped in last. You said that maybe I was second to last. How did this filly have that much trot in the final eighth of a mile to get a horse like Fashion Schooner?
Yeah, well, that actually wasn't this filly at her best, to be honest with you. She struggled a little bit in the turns tonight. She usually does that when she's got a little bit of a muscle issue, but Mark's pretty good at fixing her up, and usually the next week she's dynamite. So I think you'll see an even better version next week.
Now, what's the difference racing back home at Mohawk and racing here at the Meadowlands? The tracks are of similar circumference, but what's the difference in terms of the turns and other things like that?
Definitely a speed difference. This track's a couple seconds faster. You see that in every horse that transitions here. But I think what's lost on her lines is the fact that she's racing 3- and 4-year-old boys up north, like a lot of 4-year-olds, and beating them very handily. Like Mark said, she hasn't been stretched at all, so she's probably as fresh as anybody coming in here.
Given how well you sprinted tonight, are you not going to be rushed next week in the final, and you're going to be content to come from well off the pace?
I was very cautious with her tonight, but after tonight I'm pretty sure I can show a little more confidence in her, and she'll be better spotted next week for sure.
Can she be even better tonight than she was next week than tonight? Because it looked electric in that final quarter mile tonight.
That's not her and her best. I've driven her a lot better than that. Like I said, I think you'll see a much better version of her next week.
All right, well, if she wasn't at her best tonight, Warwick Xenia might be going for an 8th consecutive win next week in the $500,000 Hambletonian Oaks.
And there was no reason for any action or placings here by the judges. The horse off stride in the stretch was 5, Delilah Hanover, and caused interference to the winner, 8, Warwick Xenia. Bob McClure had to avoid the breaker, and also there was interference caused in the chain reaction to 6, Baptism, in the stretch. So result stands, and 8, Warwick Xenia pays $16.60, $4, $4.40. The 1, Fashion Schooner, $210, $210. 2, Pink Coco Chanel, $6.60. The Superfecta, $96.58 for 10 cents, 8123. 8-1 Exacta, $32. 8-1-2 Trifecta, $252.20. The Pick 3, $35.90. Early Pick 4, $44.60. And again, it was Susan Welsh tonight. Susan Welsh was the winner of the Masterminds contest tonight. Congratulations, Susan Welsh. Post-time race 11, 10:33. Second, Hambletonian elimination. 10:33 post-time, no changes. Late pick 4, $50,000 guarantee. Exacta Trifecta. Race 14, the 1, late mail. Akis Fonstead drives. Scratch 5, our Major Dan Sick. Fillies are off and trotting. Mo Cheval's out fast with Raised by Lindy between them and Baptism on the outside. It's those 3 across the track. Fashion Schooner, the big favorite, gets out sprinted and cuts the corner into the first turn. Pink Coco Chanel into the top 5. She's going to settle in front of Delilah Hanover. Then it's Warwick Xenia to the outside, and she moves up and around Peyton Hanover, the early trailer. Up front, Mo Cheval and Andrew McCarthy, stalked early by Raised by Lindy, looks to be an anxious second. 27-1 off that turn. Fashion Schooner, the favorite, is third across the backstretch. Baptism gaps in fourth. Pink Coco Chanel 5th on the inside, followed by Delilah Hanover. Then a gap of 3 lengths to Warwick Xenia. And the trailer is still Peyton Hanover, a long way from the lead here. And now making that move to the front is Fashion Schooner and Tim Tetrick at 1-5. Fashion Schooner strides up, takes the lead off a half, and it's 56 seconds. Soft pace here. Fashion Schooner in front now. Mo Cheval, the early leader, back in the second spot. Raised by Lindy, third on the inside around the turn. Baptism saves ground fourth. Now a late move from Pink Coco Chanel. She's fourth and gaining ground. Delilah Hanover to track her to the outside. Then it's 3, 4 more to Warwick Xenia, not keeping pace, and Peyton Hanover to her outside. Fashion Schooner in front. Fashion Schooner solid by 2. Mo Cheval on the inside second, and Pink Coco Chanel 124 and 2 into the stretch drive. Fashion Schooner is the one to catch. It's Fashion Schooner. Pink Coco Chanel on the outside. Pouring it on. Relentless rally from her. Mal Chevelle on the inside. But it's Pink Coco Chanel. Appears to be toying with them. Now Warwick Senior falling late from nowhere. Warwick Senior. What a rally. Unbelievable. Then Fashion Schooner in close. Mal Chevelle or Pink Coco Chanel, and a photo 152 and 2. Warwick Xenia. Wow! Fashion Schooner was second, Pink Coco Chanel third, Mal Chevelle fourth, Raised by Lindy sixth. Delilah Hanover was eighth, Baptism fifth. Peyton Hanover seventh, Warwick Xenia the winner. It's 234, 685, 71, 152, and 2/5. So winning Hambletonian Oaks grooms Kathy Stacey and Scott LeCain, and the winning groom of Rebuff in the first Hambletonian elimination was Juan Perez Roller. Congratulations.
Team Svanstedt is a successful horse family from Sweden. Aka Svanstedt and his wife Sarah moved to the U.S. in the fall of 2013 and operate a world-class stable in New Jersey and Florida. With prestigious wins in the Hambletonian and International Trot, Team Svanstedt are a dominant presence during stake season. Team Svanstedt world records have been commonplace, with a fabulous team producing champions like Six Pack, Plunge Blue Chip, Resolve, and Sebastian K. For more, contact Svanstedt Stable or follow Team Svanstedt on Facebook and Twitter.
Looking for your next champion? Look no further than Sugar Valley Farm in Delaware, Ohio. Sugar Valley's lineup of stallions include world champion Down by the Seaside, Lather Up, the fastest horse in harness racing history, Little Brown Jug champion, Well Said, Catch the Fire, Marseille, plus the newest stallion of the Sugar Valley lineup, Mission Accepted, and returning to Sugar Valley Farm, Creatine. Sugar Valley Farm, the home of champions.
World-class harness racing over the legendary Red Mile clay surface begins July 31st. Lexington's major stakes races at the Red Mile start Thursday, September 29th. Kentucky Futurity Day is Sunday, October 9th. Sponsorships are still available. Contact Cindy Salverson to get in on the Lexington experience.
3-year-old trotters on the track. Here's the post parade for the second elimination for the $1 million Hambletonian. This starts the late pick 4. One is testing with Todd McCarthy for George Ducharme, owned by Donovan, Purnell, and Libby, Sobrocco, and Winsky. Chulo, number 2 with Jason Bartlett driving for Per Engblom Stable, and Chulo Partners. 3, Temporal Hanover with Orhan Kilstrom driving for Marcus Melander, owned by the AMG Stable, Shelgren, Wallstead, and Heights Stable. 4 is Sleigh with Joe Bongiorno for Tony Alagna, owned by Crawford Farms Racing and James Crawford IV. 5 is the filly Jiggy Jog with Dexter Dunn, Akas Fonstead trains for Jorgen Sparadal Incorporated. King of the North, number 6 with Mark McDonald, Ray Schnitker Ward, Arden Homestead Stable, Nola Mar Racing, and Arnold. Be a Superhero, number 7 with Tim Tetrick, Lucas Wallen trains for Winning Key Incorporated. 8 is Keg Stand with Dave Miller, Nancy Tactor trains for Black Horse Racing, Christina Tactor and John Fielding. Number 9, Let's Do It with Andy Miller, Marcus Melander trains, Stall TZ Incorporated, Holly Lane Stud East Limited. Joviality, number 10 with Brian Sears, Marcus Melander, and Courant Incorporated. 3-year-old trotters, the top 5 advance to the $1 million Hambletonian. This elimination for $100,000, late pick 4 wagering, $50,000 guarantee. And the filly Joviality with post 10 here at 6-5. This outstanding filly tops the Hambo list, going 6 for 6 this season. An exceptional 151 in the Empire Breeders' Classic, overcame post 7 to beat the boys in the Yonkers Trot, all the way in the Del Miller, a career best 150-2. 3, Temporal Hanover at 4-1. Orhan Kilstrom will drive, stands at number 3 in the Hamble Top 10. Consistent team, Melander Colt just missed with a thunderous rally in the New Jersey Sire Stakes final. He won the Zwag fresh off the bench, then was a close second to Rebuff and draws inside his stellar stable mate. 6, King of the North, 6-1. Last year's Dan Patch Award winner, rated 5th in the Hamble Top 10 right now. He's worked out the kinks to finish 2nd in his last 2. We certainly haven't seen his best, but he will have to go off Lasix. It's 10-3-6. Late pick 4 time.
One more big event tonight, Dave Little. Hambletonian elimination number 2, full field of 10, but these are not all colts and geldings. We have a couple of fillies in here, and it just so happens the 2 fillies are your top 2 picks.
Yeah, I mean, Joviality is, I think, master of the obvious type of selection at 6 for 6 on the season. And we know that Jiggy Jog S is a talented sort from Okas Fonstead. 5 times this year, Jiggy Jog has started. 5 times this year, this horse has been 1st or 2nd. But to get back to Joviality, it's just so hard to go off this filly by Chapter 7, the way she's really led a path of destruction through her opponents this year. Her 7-hole victory in the Yonkers Trot was of the amazing variety, leading in 27-3 and coasting home in 53-1. And then, of course, in the Del Miller last week, hanging on by a safe half length in 150-2. That's the fastest mile she's ever gone. Now, she's up against it tonight because she has some talented foes to her inside, but I think that Marcus Melander is going to have her ready and up for the challenge.
Jiggy Jog S, shoes off tonight. That's not unfamiliar for Teams Fonstad, but they're taking a shot here, putting her in against the Colts.
And Jiggy Jog S, look at these 2 losses, by the way. Got beat by Venerable, half an eyelash, on May the 6th in the New Jersey Sire Stakes right here, and got beat a length to Fashion Schooner, the presumptive favorite in the Hambletonian Oaks, despite losing tonight. So we know that Jiggy Jog S can bring it. Her lifetime best is 152 and a piece, so she may have to up her game just a little bit. She has the right guy to do it. Dexter Dunn is in the sulky.
Marcus Melander have 3 in here, their barn. Joviality, Let's Do It, also taking the shoes off, and Temporal Hanover. And if you weren't with us on the pregame show, tell everybody, Dave Little, who this driver is, Orjan Kihlstrom.
Yeah, Orjan is a Swedish driver with over 7,000 victories. He's won 4 Elite Lops. He's won the Prix de Marique, and he also won a Breeders' Crown right here at the Meadowlands in 2014 with Commander Crow. So this world traveler driver knows all about winning big races at the Meadowlands, and he's got a horse who can do. Temporal Hanover on the season, like Jiggy Jog S, 3 wins in 2 seconds and 5 starts. And how about those 2 losses? Missed a neck to Pretender and missed 3 parts of a length to Rebuff. who was nothing short of sensational earlier tonight.
The champion 2-year-old colt from last year was number 6, King of the North, and he had a very good Hambletonian day, rallying from the back of the pack to take the Peter Houghton Memorial. Maybe not quite on track yet for Ray Schnitker. 6 wins last year, none yet in 2022.
There are a lot of questions with regard to King of the North, but if Ray Schnitker can solve, but if anybody can solve the problem, it's trainer Ray Schnitker. Now, King of the North added Lasix 3 starts back, and that's not going to be permitted in the Hambletonian. And obviously, King of the North won't be able to use the diuretic drug this evening. So I'm curious to see if he'll race as comfortably as he did in last 2 when he missed an nectar testing up at Vernon in this wide consolation and missed a length and a quarter to Slay, who was winning up the inside in the Stanley Dancer in 51 flat.
One of the question marks in here, number 4, Slay, and it was interesting to hear from Joe Bongiorno on our Q&A session as the pregame started or whatever. He didn't even know he was listed to drive the horse until he saw the late changes on ustrotting.com.
You know, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Joe Bongiorno, look, he can read a program, and he's going to keep this Tony Alagna charge as close as he possibly can for when they turn for home. Because when you have horses the talent level of a Temporal Hanover and a King of the North and a Joviality, there's probably going to be some disputing the front when they go down the backside to 3/8 and a half. That's just the type of scenario that Slay is going to be licking his chops at, because he's going to try to go an inside trip, maybe sit a 3 or a 4 hole and get a bigger piece of the pie as he can.
Since we have time for one more, how about number 7, B.A. Superhero? It's been a tremendous year for trainer Lucas Wallen. Can he get 2 into the final?
You know, B.A. Superhero, I know that he's got Big Trot, but, you know, based on his finishes, I suppose we could stamp him as a little bit inconsistent. We know that he's got big talent, and we know that he looked very good winning the Reynolds here at the Meadowlands in 51-2, 2 starts back, a lifetime best. But around those starts, we've got 3 fifth-place finishes, and while that'll be good enough to get him behind the gate for the $1 million Hambletonian next week, I just don't know if B.A. Superhero can go with the likes of Temporal Hanover, King of the North, and Joviality.
All right, last chance to get those pick 4s in. You see the pool in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. The countdown clock under half a minute. Time for us to hang up, get ready to do our post-race duties. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the second and final elimination for the 97th Hambletonian.
Final call, late pick 4. They're heading to the gate. It's post time for race 11. 3-year-old trotters lining up here for race 11. It's the second elimination for the $1 million Hambletonian for $100,000. The standout filly Joviality, number 10, is 6-5, your favorite. At 2-1, the 3, Temporal Hanover. Stablemate with Orhan Kilstrom driving. Brian Sears with Joviality at 6-5. The top 5 advance to the $1 million final. This starts the late pick 4. Second elimination for the Hambletonian. Here they come. And they're off and trotting in Jiggy Jog and Joviality. The 2 fillies are out quickly here. Temporal Hanover gets away third on the inside. King of the North is put in play into the top 4 as Testing cuts the corner into 5th position. Slay is in between horses 6th as Kegstand goes up from 7th on the outside, followed by Chulo, who drops back. Then Be a Superhero, and the early trailer is Let's Do It. They glide past the opening quadrants, King of the North and Mark McDonald. Here comes the filly Joviality, the big favorite, 4-5. 27 4/5 across the backstretch. Joviality dashes up and takes over now from King of the North. It's Jiggy Jog, the other filly, back in the 3rd position. Temporal Hanover 4th on the inside. Testing is 5th by 2. Then comes Kegstand on the inside and Slay as they continue past the half. Then it's Chulo and Be a Superhero and Let's Do It is last. 55 2/5 for Joviality, and Brian Sears onto the the far turn. King of the North on the inside second. Temporo Hanover tries it first over from third and gaining. Jiggy Jog stayed in fourth. That is testing, working out a golden second over as they track to three quarters. And it is Keckstand now gathering momentum third over, sixth on the outside. Slay gets it shuffled back to seventh on the inside, followed by Be a Superhero and Chulo and Let's Do It, and they turn for home and come after Joviality. She looks to finish it off, 125 and 2, just 30 seconds. Joviality trying to outsprint them, but it's Temporo Hanover, the stablemate on the outside, trying to wear her down. King of the North on the inside, full out. Jiggy Jog is splitting with Late Trot and Deep Stretch. Joviality digs in, and here comes Jiggy Jog, flying late. Jiggy Jog up in time. Then Temporo Hanover, Joviality, King of the North, and Kickstand, 152 and 2. Judges posting the photo sign, 152 and 2. Number 5, Jiggy Jog, 152 and 2, first in the photo. 3, Temporal Hanover, second. The 10, Joviality, was third. 6, King of the North, fourth. 5-3, 10-6. The three-time driver of the year, looking for his first Hambletonian, and with a filly, Jiggy Jog. Jiggy Jog, a brown filly, 3-year-old by Wallner, out of Hot Mess, Hanover, by Cantab Hall, bred in Sweden by Vestmarka Ob, owned by Jorgen Spardal, Incorporated, Delray Beach, Florida. Trainer Akis Fonstad, who of course drove and trained last year's winner, Captain Corey, and won the 2017 edition through disqualification with Perfect Spirit. Dexter Dunn in the sulky tonight, 3 in a row for Jiggy Jog, fresh off her win in the Zwag for fillies at Vernon Downs. And runner-up in the New Jersey Sire Stakes final here back on May 27th. It's her 4th win in 6 starts this season, 6th career victory. And she equals her lifetime mark of 152 and 2 with a final quarter of 27 flat. Again, John Campbell, president of the Hambletonian Society, making the trophy presentation, along with Jason Settlemore, chief operating officer, general manager of New Meadowlands Racetrack, Meadowlands Racing and Entertainment. Jiggy Jog with a sterling rally here, 152 and 2, shaking loose late, with a final quarter on the board of 27 flat for Jiggy Jog over Temporal Hanover and the other filly, Joviality, right there in the photo. It's official, and of course another stellar season for the three-time driver of the year, Dexter Dunn, with, of course, the world record with Bulldog Hanover a few weeks ago, 145 and 4/5. And here Jiggy Jog could give him his first Hambletonian. 1480, 580, 280, it's official. 3, Temporal Hanover, 480, 260. 10, Joviality, 220. 5-3, Exacta, $61. 5-3-1, Trifecta, 136.80. The Survivor wager, 1,364.18, 7 of 7. Post time for race 12 is 10:56. Tompkins Jeer Steak, sponsored by UMH Properties. And Dave Brower is all set to take it away.
Always helps when you turn the microphone on. Sorry about that, Ken. Thanks very much. In the winner's circle here for our second Hambletonian elimination, we have Dexter Dunn, not with Joviality, but with the other filly in here, Jiggy Jog S. Dexter, tell us about the acquisition of this drive. You've only driven her a couple of times for Mr. Svanstead, but you've picked up a lot of good horses for him over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I have. Aki and Sarah have been put me on some nice horses and got some nice results. So, you know, they're great trainers and great horsemen, and it's always a pleasure to sit behind their horses for sure.
Were you asked or requested for information about whether you thought they should put her in against the boys or the girls?
I didn't have much say in that, no.
Take us through the race then. You left out of the gate a little bit, got away in the 2-hole. There was some action up front, and then you just had to play a patient game. You got a little lucky there late to get out.
Yeah, we did get lucky, you know. Yeah, she's such a handy filly. She was great off the gate, and then she settles in a hole beautifully, and you know, the pace really was slow coming around that last turn, and she was low with trot, but, you know, we had a lot of horses around us, so, you know, we got a gap, and, you know, she really exploded with a fast sprint there at the finish.
Were you surprised at just how fast she accelerated in that last 50 yards?
Well, I knew she's got speed. You know, I've driven her a few times now. It's definitely the best she's felt tonight. She was extremely sharp post-parading and in the race, so... you know, they're very good horses. She was running past at the end, so a little surprised, but she's a lovely filly.
You also qualified fastest to win for the final. I hate to put you on the spot, but you know I got to do my job. Is there any choice here, or are you going to take Jiggy Jog?
I got to get a couple hours sleep on that before I go to Lexington tomorrow and think about it, but he was very good as well, so I guess it's a good thing, but it's always a tough decision, those things.
What would it mean to Dexter Dunn to win the Hambletonian?
Oh, it's Hambletonian. It's full stop.
All right, good.
Thanks, Bob.
Good stuff. Dexter Dunn. Jiggy Jog, the filly, beats the boys in the second of our 2 Hambletonian eliminations, 152-2. Let's see who Dexter takes when he has to make that choice.
Late pick 4, second elimination for the Hambletonian. Here they come. And they're off and trotting in Jiggy Jog and Joviality. The 2 fillies are out quickly here. Temporal Hanover gets away third on the inside. King of the North is put in play into the top 4 as Testing cuts the corner into 5th position. Slay is in between horses 6th as Kegstand goes up from 7th on the outside, followed by Chulo, who drops back. Then Be a Superhero, and the early trailer is Let's Do It. They glide past the opening quarter. It's King of the North and Mark McDonald. Here comes the filly Joviality, the big favorite, 4-5. 27 4/5 across the backstretch. Joviality dashes up and takes over now from King of the North. It's Jiggy Jog, the other filly, back in the 3rd position. Temporal Hanover 4th on the inside. Testing is 5th by 2. Then comes Kegstand on the inside and Slay as they continue past the half. Then it's Chulo and Be a Superhero and Let's Do It is last. 55 2/5 for Joviality and Brian Sears onto the far turn. King of the North on the inside second. Temporal Hanover tries it first over from 3rd and gaining. Jiggy Jog stayed in 4th. That is Testing working out a golden second over as they attract to 3/4. And it is Kegstand now gathering momentum 3rd over, 6th on the outside. Slay gets it shuffled back to 7th on the inside, followed by Be a Superhero and Chulo and Let's Do It, and they turn for home and come after Joviality She looks to finish it off. 125 and 2, just 30 seconds. Joviality trying to outsprint them. But it's Temporo Hanover, the stablemate on the outside, trying to wear her down. King of the North on the inside, full out. Jiggy Jog is splitting with Late Trot in deep stretch. Joviality digs in, and here comes Jiggy Jog, flying late. Jiggy Jog up in time. Then Temporo Hanover, Joviality, King of the North, and Kickstand, 152 and 2. Testing, 6th. Chulo was 10th. Temporo Hanover 2nd. Slay was 7th. Jiggy Jog the winner. King of the North 4th. Be a Superhero 8th. Kegstand 5th. Let's Do It 9th. Joviality 3rd. 610 2. 7148 593 152 and 2. And once again, a reminder, you can see the draw for the Hambletonian and the Hambletonian Oaks. It will take place this coming Tuesday, August 2nd, at Dr. Patty Hogan's Hogan Equine Clinic in Cream Ridge, New Jersey. And for those in attendance, the event begins at 2 p.m. Post-draw will start at 3 p.m. It'll be shown live on both the Meadowlands Facebook Live page as well as the Big M's YouTube channel, with your hosts Dave Brower and Jessica Otten there with commentary and interviews. The post-draw on Tuesday, live on Facebook and the YouTube channel. It starts at 3 p.m. She looks to finish it off. 125 and 2, just 30 seconds. Joviality trying to outsprint them. But it's Temporo Hanover, the stablemate on the outside, trying to wear her down. King of the North on the inside, full out. Jiggy Jog is splitting with Late Trot in deep stretch. Joviality digs in, and here comes Jiggy Jog, flying late. Jiggy Jog up in time. Then Temporo Hanover, Joviality, King of the North, and Kickstand, 152 and 2.
Master harness racing with the power of DRF Harness. It's a must for every standard-bred player. Read fresh stories from award-winning writers like Jay Bergman, Derek Givner, and more. Raise your game with best-in-class harness IPPs and analysis from top tracks. Visit drf.com/harness to sign up for the free DRF Harness Digest newsletter and get informed today.
Recently, the standardbred racing industry was awarded an appropriation from the New Jersey State Legislature, largely due to the efforts of TrotPac, the New Jersey SPOA, our lobbyists, and the Meadowlands. Not guaranteed on an annual basis, we must work to ensure funding receives that approval. TrotPac has established key relationships with political decision makers to ensure that these appropriations will continue to revitalize horse racing in New Jersey. With your support, TrotPac will continue to provide political fundraising for the harness racing industry. For more, visit SPOANJ.com.
The gates fly from the beautiful Niagara Escarpment in Campbellville, Ontario. Woodbine Mohawk Park, home to the Pepsi North America Cup, a summer classic, the Mohawk Million on Canada's richest night of racing, and returning this fall, the Breeders' Crown Championships.
A wild finish wins the Breeders' Crown.
Woodbine Mohawk Park, full fields, exotic wagers, iconic events. You gotta play here.
Three-year-old filly Pacers on track for race 12, the Tompkins GR Stakes, sponsored by UMH Properties. Free to Be Me, number 1 with Dave Miller driving for Jake Lehman, Salisbrook Stables, Michael McKenzie, and Edward Gorch. Max Contract, number 2 with Andy Miller. Julie Miller trains Andy Miller Stable, Steve Heimbecker, Gene Galen. Wickedly Innocent, number 3 with Yannick Gingras for Nancy Tactor and Hot Lead Farm. Sweet Rock Dale, number 4, Jack Pelling, Brett Pelling trains, David McDuffie, the owner. One Crooked Leg, Yankee Land Partners, Brett Biddle trains, Dexter Dunn drives the 5. Treacherous Dragon, number 6 with Tim Tetrick for Nancy Tactor and Hot Lead Farm. 7, Queen of Success with Andrew McCarthy, trained by Tony Alanya Racing, Caviard Farms, Robert LeBlanc. And the 8, Boudoir Hanover with Todd McCarthy, Tony Alanya, Riverview Racing, Alanya Racing, Caviard Farms, Plouffe Head. $52,400, Tompkins Jeer Stake, sponsored by UMH Properties, Exacta, Trifecta, Superfecta, and Pick 3. 6, Treacherous Dragons, 3-1. The Fan Hanover winner suffered her first loss in 7 starts this season when she squandered a perfect trip in the Mistletoe Chalet. Beaten favorite, no doubt has the talent to atone. The 2, Max Contract at even money, the lightly raced Huntsville filly has come a long way from breaking her maiden back on June 1st. That was an amazing rally to nail Boudoir Hanover in 148-3 in the Mistletoe Chalet upset. And she gets a better post tonight. 8, Boudoir Hanover at 3-1. Fresh off a new mark of 148-3 in the Nadia Lobel at Hoosier Park. She almost went all the way in the Mistletoe Chalet. It moves outside here, but the Team Alanya has her on her toes. Todd McCarthy, it's a 6/2/8.
All right, Dave Little back with a couple more races remaining on this Hambletonian and Oaks Elimination Eve before we shut it down for the weekend here at the Big M. One more big week to go. Remember, we are racing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week. Saturday, of course, Hambo Day. First post at noon. Posts on the other evenings, 6:20. You heard Ken Workington talk about the details about the post position draw. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, well, Dave, I want to interrupt you on that because you said post time 6:20 the other days. In fact, 6:20 will be the post time on Thursday and Friday, and noon will be
Isn't
the
that
post
what I
time.
said?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. You know, it's a little bit long in the night, but
yeah, we're getting
let's
tired.
make sure. Obviously, we're going to be here Thursday and Friday, 6:20. Saturday, of course, the big day, noon. Now, Dave, we have to start this conversation
with Jiggy Jog. What did you think of her effort tonight?
You know, I thought that Dexter Dunn was extremely opportunistic because he's had a 3-hole trip, and to me, on the turn, he said, probably saying to himself, I'm in a great spot. I'm going to get a spot in the Hambletonian Oaks, in the Hambletonian final. I'm in great shape here. And then when he swerved, he said, oh, shucks, I have an awful lot of horse here, and Brian's horse, Joviality, is giving way just a little bit. And when she got clear between rivals, she absolutely shot home. Sarah and Opus Fonstead had Jiggy Jogess ready tonight, and it was the other filly emerging victorious in tonight's Hambletonian Oaks.
Do you take anything away from Joviality?
You know, I don't take an awful lot away because the 10-hole is awfully hard to overcome when you're facing horses of this caliber. So we really have us a Donnybrook in that Joviality and Jiggy Jog, the girls, will take on Rebuff the Boy in the Hambletonian final.
All right, it's on to the pacing fillies here in the 12th race, a division of the Tompkins Jeers. Max Contract pulled off the biggest upset of the last couple of weeks here when she just exploded down the stretch to capture the Mistletoe Chalet. She beat, the 2 favorites in here pretty handily at the end.
I don't know that after she beat non-winners of 7,500 that we were completely shocked. But in the Mistletoe Chalet, for a second consecutive week, this Team Orange Crush trainee was absolutely shot out of a cannon, closing in 25-3. Only 5 lifetime starts. She's won 4 of them. And obviously now Julie has Max Contract at the top of her game. She is the real deal.
She's 4-5, too. The second choice, who I thought would end up being favored, I guess not. Number 6, Treacherous Dragon. And we got some really important information from trainer Nancy Tractor. She said she had a slight fever the day after her last start, so she wasn't perfectly healthy. Trained super this week.
Treacherous Dragon is a horse who, if basically out of my notebook, Treacherous Dragon is the type of horse that I always come back with off a loss at odds of 3-5. But I was just so impressed with how Max Contract went about her business that I did not come back with a Nancy Tractor trainee. Maybe the wise guys are going to get a nice price tonight. Treacherous Dragon right now is up there 2-1.
Number 8 is Boudoir Hanover, and she is really rounded into form for the Tony Alanya Armada. She left like a rocket ship in the Mistletoe Chalet, and that's a tough beat if you had her.
And I know that you had her on top, and she raced awfully well at a 148-3 mile. Boudoir Hanover showed me an awful lot that I didn't expect in most recent, and I expect that Todd McCarthy is going to ask her for an awful lot of early foot tonight. I don't know if she's going to make the lead. There is some speed to her inside, but she's going to grab a good spot.
The other Nancy Tactor trainee is Wickedly Innocent, who was recently transferred to her stable here. She said she tied up last time, so that's another one with an excuse.
Wickedly Innocent started the year 5 for 5, and she's gone 0 for 4 since. 3 of them were pretty good efforts. Most recent in the New York Sire Stakes, maybe she was done in by the 8 hole. But Wickedly Innocent is the type of horse who's much like Max Contract. She likes to get the right trip. She likes to fire home. And Max Contract and Wickedly Innocent from these posts, it's not ideal when you love to close a lot of ground in the final quarter.
Here come the 8 fillies. So, next thing up, Mr. Ken Workington.
It's post time. Preferred Equine starting gate rolling for the Tompkins Jr. Stakes division for 3-year-old filly pacers for $52,400. It's part of the Grand Circuit, Harness Racing's finest. Sponsored by UMH Properties. This race at 4 to 5, 2 Max Contract at 2 to 1. The 6 Treacherous Dragon. Fillies on gate. Race 12. Field of 8. Here they come. Hurrah! Treacherous Dragon and Boudoir Hanover both barreling out of there with early speed. From the inside, Max Contract gets away in 3rd position with Wickedly Innocent 4th into the first turn. Free to Be Me is 5th and well off the lead early, followed by Sweet Rock Dale. And then it's One Crooked Leg, and the trailer is Queen of Success. At the opening quarter, Treacherous Dragon has wrestled control here with Tetrick. Flashes by that marker in a hot 26 and 2. Treacherous Dragon stalked here by Boudoir Hanover and Todd McCarthy. Gap of 3.5 lengths to Max Contract in that 3rd position. Wickedly Innocent 4th on the cones. Free to Be Me is 5th. Followed by Sweet Rock Dale, 6 to the outside comes One Crooked Leg, and then it's Queen of Success, the trailer. They start to pair up at the half. It's Treacherous Dragon in full control there. She's 2 to 1 on the board. Boudoir Hanover at 5 to 2, second 55 and 1, rated half mile. Max Contract still gapped in 3rd as they round the turn. Charging around her, One Crooked Leg's in gear, now 3rd on the outside and gaining quickly. Wickedly Innocent stayed in. That's Queen of Success starting to motor from the back of the pack. And then Sweet Rock Dale and Free to Be Me. Treacherous Dragon in front is on a mission here. Boudoir Hanover stalked her all the way, edges out of the pocket spot. Max Contract tightens in 3rd and gears up for a stretch rally. 3/4, 1:22 and 3:27 and 2/3 quarter. They close in on Treacherous Dragon, ripping out of the pocket. Boudoir Hanover lets her have it, but right there is Max Contract with a full head of steam, and Andy Miller likes to bring her on by. Max Contract, Boudoir Hanover on the inside digging in. Max Contract up in time. Then Boudoir Hanover, then tight Treacherous Dragon or Wickedly Innocent. Photo for win, 149 and 1 in a thriller. Photo for win, photo sign up, 149 and 1. Number 2, Max Contract first in the photo. 8, Boudoir Hanover second. 6, Treacherous Dragon third. And 3, Wickedly Innocent fourth. 2863. This filly no doubt has an explosive turn of foot. 25-3 home, 148-3 in that big upset in the Mistletoe Chalet. And tonight, 26-3 on the big board here, so faster than that. Max Contract nails the pocket sitter Boudoir Hanover in a thrilling photo finish. 149-1 for her third straight win. She is by Huntsville. 3-year-old Bay filly by Huntsville out of the world champion Big McDeal by McCardle, bred by Steve Jones in New York, owned by the Andy Miller Stable, Incorporated, Millstone Township, New Jersey. Steve Heimbecker of Ontario, Gene Galen, Aurora, Illinois, Julie Miller, Andy Miller. It's Team Orange Crush. And the third win tonight for Andy Miller. For Max Contract, that's win number 4 in 5 starts this season. 5 for 6. Only her 6th career start. 149-1, winning a division of the Tompkins Jeers Stake, sponsored by UMH Properties. We welcome Sam, Eugene, Lori, Jeremy, Landy, and Brett Taft. And also John Campbell, the president of the Hambletonian Society. Number 2, Max Contract, another very impressive victory here in the Tompkins Jeer Stake tonight, 440, 280, 210. The 8, Boudoir Hanover, 340, 210, and 6, Treacherous Dragon, 210. Exacta, 1260, 28. Trifecta, 1980, 286. Post time for race 13, 11:17. It's the 4th leg of the Miss Versatility, sponsored by Burke Stables, for $40,000. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta. It starts the late double. Pick 3 payoff, $209.90. Dime superfecta, $2863, $276. VIPstable.com replay next. Race 14, the 1, late mail. Akis Fonstead drives. Scratch 5, our Major Dan sick. From the inside, Max Contract gets away in 3rd position with Wickedly Innocent 4th into the first turn. Free to Be Me is 5th. Thurrah, Treacherous Dragon, and Boudoir Hanover both barreling out of there with early speed. From the inside, Max Contract gets away in 3rd position with Wickedly Innocent 4th into the first turn. Free to Be Me is 5th and well off the lead early, followed by Sweet Rock Dale. And then it's One Crooked Leg, and the trailer is Queen of Success. At the opening quarter, Treacherous Dragon has wrestled control here with Tetrick. Flashes by that marker in a hot 26-2. Treacherous Dragon stalked here by Boudoir Hanover and Todd McCarthy. Gap of 3.5 lengths to Max Contract in that 3rd position. Wickedly Innocent 4th on the cones. Free to Be Me is 5th. Followed by Sweet Rock Dale, 6 to the outside comes One Crooked Leg, and then it's Queen of Success, the trailer. They start to pair up at the half. It's Treacherous Dragon in full control there. She's 2-1 on the board. Boudoir Hanover at 5-2, second 55-1, rated half mile. Max Contract still gapped in 3rd as they round the turn. Charging around her, One Crooked Leg's in gear, now 3rd on the outside and gaining quickly. Wickedly Innocent stayed in. That's Queen of Success starting to motor from the back of the pack. And then Sweet Rock Dale and Free to Be Me. Treacherous Dragon in front is on a mission here. Boudoir Hanover stalked her all the way, edges out of the pocket spot. Max Contract tightens in 3rd and gears up for a stretch rally. 3/4, 1:22 and 3:27 and 2/3 quarter. They close in on Treacherous Dragon, ripping out of the pocket. Boudoir Hanover lets her have it, but right there is Max Contract with a full head of steam, and Andy Miller likes to bring her on by. Max Contract, Boudoir Hanover on the inside digging in. Max Contract up in time. Then Boudoir Hanover, then tight. Treacherous Dragon, or Wickedly Innocent. Photo for win. 149-1 in a thriller. Free to Be Me was 6th. Max Contract the winner. Wickedly Innocent 4th. Sweet Rock Deo 5th. One Crooked Leg 7th. Treacherous Dragon 3rd. Queen of Success 8th. Boudoir Hanover 2nd. 614-573-82. 149-1.
That's Queen of Success starting to motor from the back of the pack. And then Sweet Rock Deo and Free to Be Me. Treacherous Dragon in front is on a mission here. Boudoir Hanover stalked her all the way, edges out of the pocket spot. Max Contract tightens in 3rd and gears up for a stretch rally. 3 quarters, 1:22 and 3:27 and 2/3 quarter. They close in on Treacherous Dragon, ripping out of the pocket. Boudoir Hanover lets her have it, but right there is Max Contract with a full head of steam, and Andy Miller likes to bring her on by. Max Contract, Boudoir Hanover on the inside digging in. Max Contract up in time. Then Boudoir Hanover, then tight. Treacherous Dragon or Wickedly Innocent out of the pocket spot. Max Contract tightens in 3rd and gears up for a stretch rally. 3 quarters, 1:22.
Just a reminder, next week we're racing on Thursday night in addition to Friday and Saturday. Thursday post is 6:20. The usual 6:20 post time next to Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Next Saturday it's Hambletonian Day and it's a day card. Doors open 10 a.m. Post time at 12 noon for the Hambletonian. $3 million in stakes races. Lots of family fun. $5 admission includes a baseball cap. There's a Hamble hat contest, carnival rides and games, live music, and much more. Great food and beverage options as well. We've got one more Hambletonian-bound groom to congratulate tonight. The groom of Jiggy Jog, right there, Rene Lopez. Congratulations, Rene Lopez.
We have one more thing to do, Mr. Dave Little. It is the last 2 races on any given card at the Meadowlands, so we must go through Little's late double. Interesting mix here to start Little's late double here. I was wondering if you were going to take a shot to try and beat Bella Bellini. You're not.
At this point, you really can't do it because Bella Bellini's won 4 in a row and was just so incredibly impressive in the Hambletonian maturity, coming from post 11. Rolling first over and rolling right by a determined, stubborn Quattro de Julio in deep stretch. Bella Bellini right now is just too good. And when doves cry, Dave, having drawn the outside post, I think there are some travails for her awaiting her. Atlanta right now, even though she was second and last, I don't think she's hitting on all cylinders. She may again very soon, but in this spot, it's Bella Bellini.
All right, we turn the page. Race 14, a much more challenging event for the handicappers. Trackmaster Series here, but you're going to keep yourself down to 2 of them.
Yeah, I kind of like this race because Atomic Blast got beaten most recent as the even money favorite. I think the price is going to be better this time around. And Shake Your Booty, who went off at 9-5, ended up second in a very nice effort. Rockabilly Charm went up the inside to beat Shake Your Booty in most recent. From the outside post, I think the price is going to go way up. Dexter Dunn's going to get away from the gate quick.
All right, the Miss Versatility Trotters have stepped out onto the track, so let's see it right here in graphic form. There is Little's late double for a Saturday night, the $15 play, 6 with 610.
Open mare trotters stepping out, and it's the Diamond Creek Farm Post Parade for race 13. Miss Versatility, 4th leg, sponsored by Burke Stables. Ghost in the Shell, number 1, Uckus Funstead, trains and drives for Knutson Trotting Incorporated. Next is the Great Atlanta, number 2. Atlanta is driven by Yannick Gingras for Ron Burke, Crawford Farms Racing, Brad Grant, and Howard Taylor. Refined is number 3 with Todd McCarthy, Virgil Morgan Jr., Joyce McClelland, and Larry Wills. 4 Westland Quest with Joe Bongiorno, trained by Per Engblom for John Barnard. 5 Kenzie Sky Hanover with Andrew McCarthy driving, Jeff Cullifer, Pollock Racing. 6, Bella Bellini. It's Dexter Dunn. Nifty Norman trains for David McDuffie. Next Level Stuff, number 7, Tim Tetrick, Jim Campbell, Run the Table Stables. And number 8, When Doves Cry, Dave Miller for Brent Pelling and John Langotcher. Miss Versatility, 4th leg of the series, sponsored by the Burke Stables and part of the Grand Circuit. Race 13, exacta trifecta, late double. The late double, Little's late doubles in, 6 over 610. Also a superfecta here, Bella Bellini, the 1-5 favorite, the Dan Patch Award winner, Oaks champ. The current queen of the division overcame the second tier to tie a mile and 1/8 world record. 2:04.1 for the mile and 1/8 in the Hamburg Maturity. Relentless rallies are her forte. 2 Atlanta at 7-2. One of the greatest trotters in history, no doubt. Has been very steady on the comeback trail for Team Burke. She won her second Armbro Flight Final. Solid runner-up to When Doves Cry 2 weeks ago. Draws inside that rival. And When Doves Cry, 6-1 option here. Another Dan Patch Award Oaks champ. She sparked her form with the seconds in the Armbro Flight and the six-pack, and then took a new mark of 150 in a leg of this series 2 weeks ago. Post 8 might thwart her progress, but she certainly has a chance here to repeat. With Dave Miller, it is a 6 over 2/8. Final call for race 13, late double. They're heading to the gate. Sugar Valley Farms warm-up complete. It's post time. Preferred equine starting gate rolling for the field of 8. Open class mares here for $40,000. The Miss Versatility is the fourth leg. 6 Bella Bellini at 1-2. Big favorite Bella Bellini and Dexter Dunn. 3-1 on the 2 Atlanta. Great Atlantis. 3-1 here. 9-2 on the 8 When Doves Cry. Fresh off a win. Fourth leg of the Miss Versatility, sponsored by the Burke Stables. Race 13 starts the late double. Here they come. Mares are off and trotting. West Quest shoots out of there, and Atlanta from the inside leaves alertly second. Ghost in the Shell from the inside gets away in third position. Refined is fourth. Bella Bellini floating up there 3 wide from fifth as they round that first turn. Then it's Kenzie Sky Hanover on the inside with Next Level Stuff, and When Doves Cry is the trailer, a long way from a loose leader. Westland Quest here. Westland Quest at 45-1 is a loose leader. 26-3 unleashes a sharp opening quarter. Atlanta second across the backstretch. Ghost in the Shell is trotting in third. Refined is fourth. Bella Bellini well off the pace and gapped in fifth, followed by Kenzie Sky Hanover sixth, then Next Level Stuff and When Doves Cry. So Joe Bongiorno grabs in with Westland Quest here to ration out her speed, but she is on the iron. Atlanta's right there in second now, a tighter second. Ghost in the Shell is third, the half a more reasonable 55 2/5. Onto the far turn, Westland Quest continues in front. 2-hole ride, perfect trip for Atlanta. It's Ghost in the Shell on the inside, third, Refined to the outside, fourth, Bella Bellini sets up a rally from fifth on the outside. And then it's Kenzie Sky Hanover on the inside with Next Level Stuff and When Doves Cry. Passing 3/4, Westland Quest slipping out of the pocket. Atlanta now takes her shot. Refined is right there on the outside, third. Ghost in the Shell and Bella Bellini with work to do. And on a break there went to Westland Quest. Off the course, 1:23 on the stretch. And Atlanta takes the lead. It's Atlanta the one to track down. Ghost in the Shell on the inside, and Refined and Bella Bellini on the outside trying to rally. But it's all Atlanta tonight. Atlanta, the classy and the great, the incomparable Atlanta. Then Refined, then Bella Bellini, then Ghost in the Shell in 150 flat. Number 2, Atlanta, 150 flat. 3, Refined was second at 48-1. 6, Bella Bellini third, and 1, Ghost in the Shell fourth. 2-3-6-1. She is a well-decorated hero of the trotting world, one of the greatest trotters ever, certainly one of the greatest trotting mares in history. Atlanta, a 7-year-old bay mare by Chapter 7 out of Hemi Blue Chip by Cantab Hall, bred in Sweden by Order by Stable, owned by Crawford Farms Racing, Syracuse, New York. Brad Grant of Ontario, Howard Taylor of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Hall of Fame trainer Ron Burke and Hall of Famer Yannick Gingras in the sulky. It's her third win of the season. Career victory number 34 for this former Trotter of the Year, Hambletonian winner, co-holder of the track record, 149-1. She's a co-holder of the fastest female trotter ever with Manchego, 149. And tonight she's just 1/5 off the track record for older trotting mares of 149 and 4/5. 150 flat tonight. Another dazzling mile, her best mile of the season. Final quarter, 27 flat. Atlanta does it again. 150 flat tonight in the fourth leg of the Miss Versatility, sponsored by Burke Stables. One of the all-time great performers in harness racing and here at the Meadowlands. $8, $4.20, $2.20. It's official. 3 refined, $32.40 and $8.20. And the 6 Bella Bellini, $2.10. 2-3 exacta, $180.80. A 2-3-6 trifecta, $785.40. Co-holder of the all-age track record here at the Meadowlands, 149-1. And we hope to see her on Hambletonian Day, Atlanta and Yannick Gingras. Post time is set for race 14, 11:38. Scratch 5, R Major Dan, sick. Akas Fonstead drives the 1, late mail. Trackmaster Series. Exacta trifecta, 10-cent high five. Dime Superfecta 2361 159.08. Mares are off and trotting. West Lynn Quest shoots out of there, and Atlanta. Mares are off and trotting. West Lynn Quest shoots out of there, and Atlanta from the inside leaves alertly second. Ghost in the Shell from the inside gets away in third position. Refined is fourth. Bella Bellini floating up there 3 wide from fifth as they round that first turn. Then it's Kenzie Sky Hanover on the inside with Next Level Stuff, and When Doves Cry is the trailer, a long way from a loose leader. West Lynn Quest here. West Lynn Quest at 45-1 is a loose leader. 26-3 unleashes a sharp opening quarter. Atlanta second across the backstretch. Ghost in the Shell is trotting in third. Refined is fourth. Bella Bellini well off the pace and gapped in fifth, followed by Kenzie Sky Hanover sixth, then Next Level Stuff and When Doves Cry. So Joe Bongiorno grabs in with West Lynn Quest here to ration out her speed, but she is on the iron. Atlanta's right there in second now, a tighter second. Ghost in the Shell is third, the half a more reasonable 55 2/5. Onto the far turn, West Lynn Quest continues in front. 2-hole ride, perfect trip for Atlanta. It's Ghost in the Shell on the inside, third, Refined to the outside, fourth, Bella Bellini sets up a rally from fifth on the outside. And then it's Kenzie Sky Hanover on the inside with Next Level Stuff and When Doves Cry. Passing 3/4, West Lynn Quest slipping out of the pocket. Atlanta now takes her shot. Refined is right there on the outside, third. Ghost in the Shell and Bella Bellini with work to do. And on a break there went to West Lynn Quest. Off the course, 1:23 on the stretch. And Atlanta takes the lead. It's Atlanta the one to track down. Ghost in the Shell on the inside, and Refined and Bella Bellini on the outside trying to rally. But it's all Atlanta tonight. Atlanta, the classy and the great, the incomparable Atlanta. Then Refined, then Bella Bellini, then Ghost in the Shell in 150 flat. Ghost in the Shell was fourth. Atlanta the winner. Refined was second. West Lynn Quest was eighth. Kenzie Sky Hanover seventh. Bella Bellini third. Next Level Stuff fifth. When Doves Cry sixth. Rechecking 412-873-56. 150. It's Ghost in the Shell on the inside, third, Refined to the outside, fourth, Bella Bellini sets up a rally from fifth on the outside. And then it's Kenzie Sky Hanover on the inside with Next Level Stuff and When Doves Cry. Passing 3/4, Wesleyan Quest. Slipping out of the pocket, Atlanta now takes her shot. Refined is right there on the outside third. Ghost in the shell, and Bella Bellini with work to do. And on a break there went to Wesleyan Quest. Off the course, 1:23 in the stretch. And Atlanta takes the lead. It's Atlanta the one to track down. Ghost in the shell on the inside, and Refined and Bella Bellini on the outside trying to rally. But it's all Atlanta tonight. Atlanta, the classy and the great, the incomparable Atlanta. Then Refined, then Bella Bellini, then Ghost in the shell in 1:50 flat. Takes her shot. Refined is right there on the outside third. Ghost in the shell, and Bella Bellini with work to do. And on a break there went to Wesleyan Quest. Off the course, 1:23 in the stretch. And Atlanta takes the lead. It's Atlanta the one to track down. Ghost in the shell on the inside, and Refined and Bella Bellini on the outside trying to rally. But it's all Atlanta tonight. Atlanta, the classy and the great, the incomparable Atlanta. Then Refined, then Bella Bellini, then Ghost in the shell in 1:50 flat.
Dream, deep green, with Green Manalishi, a Muscle Hill millionaire. Green Manalishi, a prolific son of the legendary 2009 Horse of the Year. Green Manalishi quickly developed into a major league star. A $500,000 winning 2-year-old, Green Manalishi dominated the William Wellwood Memorial and was runner-up in both the Peter Houghton Memorial and Breeders' Crown.
Green Manalishi, second on the outside, Smart as Hill, then Okeanos in between. The William Wellwood Memorial Final, a piece of cake for Green Manalishi.
Oh, he's special. He trots beautiful. He acts like an 8-year-old out there. He loves his work, and Marcus and the crew's done a great job with him, so he makes me look really good out there.
Green Manalishi added to his wow factor as a 3-year-old, taking a mark of 150-3 in an elimination for the Hambletonian, and went wire-to-wire in the Canadian Trotting Classic.
Green Manalishi digs in to score in the Canadian Trotting Classic.
Green Manalishi bred 139 mares in his first season in North America, plus 80 mares in Europe with a high conception rate. And while there's great anticipation for his first foals, it's time to look ahead to 2022. Make plans to book your mare to this instant professional and successful son of Muscle Hill, whose star is just beginning to shine in the breeding shed. There's still time to get in on the ground floor and head to the penthouse with your own green machine. I can't miss Green Manalishi. Standing at Tara Hill Stud in Ontario.
The Irv Miller Stable is one of the leading standardbred training teams in North America. The Irv Miller Stable is a family-run business that prepares their 2-year-olds at Southern Oaks Training Center in Central Florida. And, along with Marcus Miller in Wind Gap, Pennsylvania, as well as Hannah Miller and Atlee Bender in Indiana, the Irv Miller Stable is poised for another great season of Grand Circuit harness racing. Be sure to look for the Irv Miller Stable.
Trackmaster Series Pacers for race 14, number 1 late mail. Driver change to Akas Fonstad for Nicole DiCostanzo. Like Clockwork, number 2 with Mark McDonald driving for Eric Abatello, the Red Man Stable, and Never Too Late Racing. Ghetto Wizard, number 3 with Todd McCarthy, trained by Alexandra Golden for the Guinness Stables. 4 Rockabilly Charm, Dave Miller for Victoria D'Alessandro. Scratch the 5, our Major Dan sick. 6 is Atomic Blast with Braxton Boyd, trained by Mark Capone for Capone, Tackley, Tulwill, and Storier. The 7 Tuxedo Bay, it's Corey Callahan. Mark Silva owns and trains. Jim's Perfect 10, number 8 with Joe Bongiorno for Jennifer Bongiorno and Ben Mondello. The 9, Think of Galaxies. She's driven and owned by Peter Kleinhans for John McDermott. Chic Ya Booty, number 10 with Dexter Dunn, Simon Spicer, Robert Devine. Second tier, 11 TJ Blast with Andrew McCarthy. Simon Spicer trains for the PT Stable. Scratch the 5, Field of 10, Trackmaster Series, leg 2 of 2. 10-cent high 5 time here. 3, the DeGhetto Wizard at 19 to 1. Nice price here. He was somehow caught first over from the rail. And, he understandably faded to 5th last week. Huge rally for 2nd to Tuxedo Bay before that. He draws inside again to rebound in a very competitive finale here. 4, Rockabilly Charm at 7 to 1. Don't ask me to explain how this 7-year-old suddenly uncorked a vicious 150-3 upset, 54-2 back half. Nevertheless, he draws well again to prove it was no fluke tonight. And the 7 Tuxedo Bay right now at 9 to 2. Well, the dapper Tuxedo abruptly unleashed back-to-back upsets. The 8-year-old lowered his mark to 150 and 2 starts back, and a very convincing victory after a post-9 blast-off last week. We'll see where he ends up tonight. 3, 4, 7. Good luck.
Well, Dave Little, we're one of the few stragglers left here at the Big M. It's been a long night, but a very entertaining one. We now have our fields for the Hamiltonian and the Hamiltonian Oaks, and we were treated to some other special performances tonight. Let's see if we can get out here with the 10-cent high 5, the low takeout 15%. We have a field of 10 now after the scratch of our Major Dan. And in your Little's late double, you were keying Atomic Blast and a nice price there in Chic Ya Booty.
Yeah, Shaky Booty at 19 to 1. That's very appealing. You got to remember, Dave, in Shaky Booty's most recent effort, this horse was sent to the gate as the 9 to 5 favorite. Has been racing with non-winners at 10,000 at Yonkers before that, and was a pretty credible third-place finisher with non-winners at 75 here at the Meadowlands. And then the start prior to that was racing in the GSY2, which is like $20,000 claimers. So Shaky Booty, I think, is a very nice overlay in here. You got to put this one prominently in your 10-cent high 5s.
Atomic Blast. Trainer Mark Capone said Blast. Tried it on the front end last week. Got a little bored, so we're going to make a bridle change.
And, we also know that Atomic Blast was coming up against a red-hot horse by the name of Tuxedo Bay, who was winning for a second consecutive week. And there you see Tuxedo Bay right below Atomic Blast tonight, looking for the natural hat trick. I just went off Tuxedo Bay, not because I don't necessarily like him. I just think it's so hard to win 3 times in a row at this track. And 22 to 1, 19 to 1 tonight, you're certainly not going to get anywhere near that kind of price. So I stayed away.
Last week, even you felt bad for me when Jim's Perfect 10 got out a little too late and burst home to just miss. I don't know. Should I go to the well a third time?
Well, I'll tell you this much. If you're going to get 6 to 1, you might as well give it a shot, because I think Jim's Perfect 10 is going to be put in play by Joe Bongiorno. Atomic Blast, Tuxedo Bay, this is really a great betting race. And Jim's Perfect 10, off that close second place finish at 9 to 2, you got to try it 6 to 1.
One of the most interesting entrants in here is Think of Galaxies. Our buddy Pete Kleinhan showing up for the last race, now 8-hole after the scratch. She's a mare, and she has good history here. This is what Pete said to Inside Harness. Mare fits pretty well in this class. Post 9 with a trailer, not exactly an ideal spot. A lot of luck involved.
Yeah.
No way to plot out a trip in advance in this kind of situation. Just have to read how the race is developing.
And I think Pete is going to hope that there is some, punches thrown on the front end, and that'll certainly help his cause with this John McDermott trainee. Think of Galaxies, just missed a neck in most recent at Yonkers, and it's awfully tough there in an 8-horse field to go from 8th at the top of the stretch to 2nd missing a neck. So we know Think of Galaxies can bring it in the latter stages.
Number 1, Late Mail, you gave a little love to on your ticket. Now, Late Mail was perfectly positioned by Joe Bongiorno last time, angled out with dead aim, hung a little. I'm not gonna fancy sweet talk that one. He's going to need a little bit more, but again, the rail will keep him close.
And yes, I think that's going to be the key with Late Mail. Didn't fire as much as we might have expected in most recent. Maybe tonight will be a little bit of a different story. This horse was racing in 40 claimers at Yonkers just 2 starts ago.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. You still have a little time to get those last race tickets in. Everybody have a very pleasant Sunday. Please remember to join us via the internet on our Meadowlands Facebook page and YouTube channel for the post-position draw for the Hamiltonian and the Oaks down at the Hogan Equine Facility. Jessica and I will be there amongst a cast of thousands, and we hope we bring you some really good information.
Final call for the 10-cent high five. They're heading to the gate. It's post time. The preferred equine starting gate moving. Scratch 5. Our Major Dan Sick. Field at 10 lining up. Second tier for 11. TJ Blast at 2-1. The 6 Atomic Blast. At 4-1, the 7 Tuxedo Bay, shooting for 3 in a row. And they're on gate for this Trackmasters Series Division Leg 2 of 2. 10-cent high five, race 14 finale. Here they come. They're off, and it's Doug Ghetto Wizard out fast with Atomic Blast and Tuxedo Bay. Chic Ya Booty up on the far outside, and the scrambles on. There's 6 deep into the first turn as Late Mail cuts the corner. Into the first turn, heading to the opening quarter, Tuxedo Bay. As Chic Ya Booty continues on to challenge on the outside, Atomic Blast gets away third, Late Mail fourth. Like Clockwork on the inside, fifth to Ghetto Wizard backs away. To his inside, Rockabilly Charm is next, followed by TJ Blast, and then it's Jim's Perfect 10. Dropping out of it to Ghetto Wizard to last. So now second to last is Think of Galaxies. 27 flat for the first quarter. Opens it up here. Tuxedo Bay took the lead. Tuxedo Bay and Corey Callahan on the engine now. Chic Ya Booty second. Atomic Blast is third. Late Mail is fourth past the half. Like Clockwork is fifth. Going up quickly is Jim's Perfect 10, towing TJ Blast closer. A shuffle for Rockabilly Charm, then Think of Galaxies and Ghetto Wizard. 54 and 4 for the half. Tuxedo Bay is taking off. Looking to get separation and give them the slip. He's in front by 4. Tuxedo Bay. Hey, here comes Atomic Blast now second on the outside, trying to reel him in. Chic Ya Booty gaps the pocket, is back to third on the inside. Late Mail was picked off a bit there, up and around him. Comes Jim's Perfect 10. He is now third and motoring late as they turn for home. 1:22 and 3/5 into the stretch. Atomic Blast on the outside takes the lead with Braxton Boyd. It's Atomic Blast. Tuxedo Bay fighting back, countering and quickening. And Jim's Perfect 10 trying to reel in the leader, but it's Atomic Blast almost home. Atomic Blast, 2-1, Atomic Blast. Then Tuxedo Bay, Jim's Perfect 10, then Like Clockwork, then close Rockabilly Charm or Late Mail, 151. Judges have posted number 6, Atomic Blast, with the 7, Tuxedo Bay second, 8, Jim's Perfect 10 third, and 2, Like Clockwork fourth, 6, 7, 8, 2, 151. Number 6, Atomic Blast, is a 6-year-old bay gelded son of Auckland Reactor out of Caroline's Cullen by Christian Cullen, bred in New Zealand by Chun Kit Trust. Owned by Cameron Capone, Clarksburg, New Jersey, George Tackley, Syracuse, New York, S. Will of Syracuse, New York, Wendy Storier of New York, with the winning trainer Mark Capone and winning driver Braxton Boyd. Third win on the season, his 7th career victory. 151 flat tonight for Atomic Blast in leg 2 of the Trackmaster Series. Race 14 is official. 6 Atomic Blast pays $6, $3.20, and $2.80. The 7 Tuxedo Bay, $4.20, $3, and the 8 Jim's Perfect 10 third, $4.80. 6-7 Exacta, $25.20. 6-7-8 Trifecta, $106.40. The late double 2-6, $39.20. Late pick 4, $200, $4.20. The pick 6, $2,700, $49.86. Pentafecta, $66.25. Late Mail was 6th, Like Clockwork 4th, The Ghetto Wizard 7th, Rockabilly Charm 5th, Our Major Dan scratched 6th, Atomic Blast the winner, Tuxedo Bay 2nd, Jim's Perfect 10 was 3rd, Think of Galaxy's 8th, Chic Your Booty 10th, and TJ Blast was 9th, the late pick 3, 36 and change. Rechecking at 6, 4, 7, 5, scratch, 1, 2, 3, 8, 10, 9, 151 flat. With the prices paid and completion of race 14, that concludes our Saturday program. That late pick 3 was 36.90. Live racing resumes on Thursday. That's right, we're racing on Thursday, then Friday and Saturday for the final week of the championship meet. Post time 6:20 for Thursday, Friday, and of course next Saturday, it's a day card. It's Hambletonian Day. We wrap up the championship meet with a post time of 12 noon. Simulcasting FanDuel Sports Wagering continues. Complete information at PlayMeadowlands.com. From all of us here at Meadowlands Racing and Entertainment, this is Ken Workington, thanking you for joining us and coming to another great night of action here at the Meadowlands. Enjoy your Sunday. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Good night. They're off, and it's Doug Ghetto Wizard out fast with Atomic Blast and Tuxedo Bay. Chic Your Booty up on the far outside, and the scrambles on. There's 6 deep into the first turn as Late Mail cuts the corner. Into the first turn, heading to the opening quarter, Tuxedo Bay. As Chic Your Booty continues on to challenge on the outside, Atomic Blast gets away 3rd, Late Mail 4th. Like Clockwork on the inside, 5th to Ghetto Wizard backs away. To his inside, Rockabilly Charm is next, followed by TJ Blast, and then it's Jim's Perfect 10. Dropping out of it to Ghetto Wizard to last. So now second to last is Think of Galaxies. 27 flat for the first quarter. Opens it up here. Tuxedo Bay took the lead. Tuxedo Bay and Corey Callahan on the engine now. Chic Your Booty second. Atomic Blast is third. Late Mail is fourth past the half. Like Clockwork is fifth. Going up quickly is Jim's Perfect 10, towing TJ Blast closer. A shuffle for Rockabilly Charm, then Think of Galaxies and Ghetto Wizard. 54 and 4 for the half. Tuxedo Bay is taking off. looking to get separation and give them the slip. He's in front by 4. Tuxedo Bay. Hey, here comes Atomic Blast now, second on the outside, trying to reel him in. Shikia Puri gaps the pocket, is back to third on the inside. Late Mayo was picked off a bit there. Up and around him comes Jim's Perfect 10. He is now third and motoring late as they turn for home. 1:22 and 3/5 into the stretch. Atomic Blast on the outside takes the lead with Braxton Boyd. It's Atomic Blast. Tuxedo Bay fighting back, countering and quickening. And Jim's Perfect 10 trying to reel in the leader, but it's Atomic Blast almost home. Atomic Blast, 2-1, Atomic Blast. Then Tuxedo Bay, Jim's Perfect 10, then Like Clockwork, then Close, Rockabilly Charm, or Late Mail, 151. Jim's Perfect 10. He is now third and motoring late. They turn for home. 1:22 and 3/5 into the stretch. Atomic Blast on the outside takes the lead with Braxton Boyd. It's Atomic Blast. Tuxedo Bay fighting back, countering and quickening. And Jim's Perfect 10 trying to reel in the leader, but it's Atomic Blast almost home. Atomic Blast, 2-1, Atomic Blast. Then Tuxedo Bay, Jim's Perfect 10, then Like Clockwork, then Close, Rockabilly Charm, or Late Mail, 151. Bailey's Rock uncovered fourth, a live toe for Fabrizio. Does third on the inside, Bullville Terror fourth. It's Bailey's Rock under to the winning connections of Venerable. Wrapped up, reap up, then Fast as the Wind. Pool back in 2012. Looks for his second Hambletonian. From nowhere! Warway Senior! What a Hall of Fame president of the Hambletonian. Jiggy Jog up in time. Then Jiggy Jog over Temporal Hanover. comes Bailey's Rock uncovered fourth. A live toe for Fabrizio. Does third on the inside. Bullville Terror fourth. And here comes Bailey's Rock uncovered fourth. A live toe for Fabrizio. Does third on the inside. Bullville Terror fourth. It's Bailey's Rock under to the winning connections of Venerable. Wrapped up, rebuff, then fast as the wind. Cool back in 2012. Looks for his second Hambletonian. Late from nowhere! Warway Senior! What a Hall of Fame president of the Hambletonian. Jiggy Jog up in time! Then Jiggy Jog over Temporal Hanover. comes Bailey's Rock uncovered fourth. A live toe for Fabrizio. Does third on the inside. Bullville Terror fourth. Is Bailey's Rock under to the winning connections of Venerable. Wrapped up, rebuff, then fast as the wind. Cool back in 2012. Looks for his second Hambletonian. Late from nowhere! Warwizinia! What a Hall of Fame president of the Hambletonian. Jiggy jog up in time! Then